one.
Commodore, what up, yo?
Welcome back.
Hey, how you doing, Courtney?
I'm pretty good. How are you, Mr. Tate?
Hey, my name's Jay, and this is Courtney. She's my wife.
Thanks.
We've been together for 20,
A lot of
30.
Many moons.
30, we're in our 32nd year together. Almost our 33rd.
Okay. A long ass time.
Anyway, we're doing the show tonight. It's called The Bourbon Blend. You love us. You absolutely adore us. It's on the YouTubes. And we are joined tonight by two people you guys do not know, but you kind of know because they're on the show a lot. We're also joined by Sir Cuz from across the street. Cousin?
Hello.
Hi, Cuz. How are you?
Cheers, everyone.
He likes to drink. I do too. A lot more than you do, probably. And we're also joined by his partner in crime, Becks, from across the street. Hi, Becks.
Good evening.
How are you?
I'm well.
Who's your favorite Yankee?
We're going to go through the lineups
No, we're not going to go through that again.
Okay.
Thank you all for coming. It's a big night because we're going to be doing our bottom shelf stars tournament finale tonight.
Finally, 4 months later.
We are going to mute it, you guys. Sorry, I didn't tell you. I'll come back though, I promise. We got our finalists here.
Yes, we do.
The Ezra Brooks 99, the Old Forester 100, and the Old Granddad 114.
These are the winners.
They survived our gauntlet.
Yes.
That we held
These are
in.
the top 3 out of 9.
Yeah, some other ones didn't make the cut, including Mellow Corn.
Mellow Corn.
You know, we should have had Old Tub on here, I think.
Well, that would have been a good one. We can do it again. Next season. Yes, that's right.
Oh, Kanuman says, can hear Cuz nice and clear.
Yay.
Outstanding. I have him on mute at the moment. Not because of any reasons, not because I don't care what he thinks about something. I just was going to do it for that. Anywho, so glad to have you guys back for another show. Looks like we've got 18,000 or so people watching, which is amazing.
Look at that. Wow.
So fired up about that.
It's a big one.
Some things, we like to, hey, what's up, Mike? Mike says, good evening all. Of course, we've got
Mike.
several of the legends, Ravin, Kaduman, Pocket, AU Law 20 in the house. Golly, legends all over the place. And OTAG. OTAG?
OTAG. That's what it says.
Is that stands in my world, in Tulsa, Oklahoma, 1990, OTAG was OTAG, which stood for Orange Taffy Like Anal Goo. That's probably not what OTAG means now.
I don't think that's probably the acronym for that.
It actually stood for Oklahoma Tuition and Grants, but we called it OTAG.
Gotcha.
Yeah, for various reasons.
Thank you for sharing.
If OTAG is Will Herron, I'm going to be shocked.
No.
Anywho, let's see. Ravin says he's got it in all HD on the cell phone because Ravin is at work
fancy.
tonight. Ravin is at work, and we're glad that he's sort of playing hooky with us tonight. All right, we're going to start off with some chatter about a basketball game that was contested last night. It was between the Auburn Tigers and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Yeah. Two of, in my opinion, the most talented teams in the country. Certainly in the SEC. Alabama won this one.
SEC.
In a game where they couldn't get the lights on to start with. I might need to unmute Cuz on this one. They had some trouble getting the lights on.
Yeah, there were some interesting situations at the beginning of the game. The lights wouldn't go from the pregame ceremony to the normal lights, and then there were some shot clock issues. All sorts, all these are brand new lights too, so I don't know what the issue was.
Well, I can tell you something right now, having worked on this show. I'm talking to you all over there, the interns. Sometimes things don't work even when they're brand new, right, Ms. Courtney?
That's right. Sometimes you have internet issues.
They did get their lights on, and that was nice. The game was pretty close early, and then a guy named Ryland Griffin, who plays for our University of Alabama, hit, I think, 4 in a row. And then I think it was on 5 possessions it hit 4 threes. Many of them from incredibly fucking deep.
Yes.
And he got Alabama stoked out to a nice lead that they took into halftime. They were up about 15 maybe at halftime. Auburn goes on a 9-0 run to start the second half and really played great basketball. But right as Auburn was in position to get ahead in that game, Alabama kind of stiffened up, so to speak, and was up to the task last night, ended up winning that game by 4. Auburn thought they'd hit a three-pointer at the buzzer to get down to 1, but was not.
They should have known better last night. They were not hitting any threes last night, really, so that was pretty much of a messy situation there. You and I have had this debate before about threes. I'm a firm believer that if you don't start making them pretty early, just don't keep working at it. You are on the other side of the coin where you think that they should keep going at it, that they're eventually going to fall.
Yeah, it depends on your personality. If your team is a three-point shooting team, yeah, I would go ahead and trust that eventually they are going to fall. But if you're a shitty three-point shooting team, then no.
Well, they're not shitty.
No, they're good. They're not great,
But
but
last
they're good.
night was shitty. So once you see the shittiness happening, you should give it up. That's my opinion on it.
Move in
I mean,
for
I
the
get
high
paid the big
percentage.
bucks to be coach, and so, but that's
Yeah.
my 2 cents.
Becks?
I would say after you have several in a row you can't hit from beyond the arc, you move in and take the high percentage shots.
Well, as someone such tall stature as yourself, I know that that's how you play ball.
Well,
You were dunking and windmills and whatever. Two-hand flush.
yeah.
Two-hand
Under the leg.
Under the legs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hang on
for
the
sure.
rim.
A good bounce
A good
pass.
bounce pass will
A
take
good
care of
bounce
you.
pass.
Yeah, you
It
saw
will
some
take you.
last night. I heard you hollering.
I go, look, it's a bounce pass.
You love bounce passes.
I love a good bounce pass.
Aiden Holloway loves bounce passes, and Mark Sears had some really nice ones too. Alabama's point guard. As you mentioned, Auburn shot 5 of 25 from three-point range, which
Yeah, you can't do that.
not going
You
to get
can't
it.
keep doing that.
At the end of the day, that's a big part of why Auburn lost this game last night. They just couldn't shoot from three, but there is something to be said about you can't just continue hoping.
Yeah, you just gotta move to something different.
I don't
when
know
it's
if
not
Andy
happening.
Dufresne, who said hope is the most important thing, or something like that in the Shawshank Redemption.
I don't
Anyone?
remember what it was. I'm sorry.
Ted
Hope-
Lasso told us it's the hope that kills you.
And I hope killed Auburn last night. No doubt about that. I do want to give Auburn credit. 9 turnovers in the first half, which is very unlike them. Auburn has had halves earlier in this year where they had no turnovers. So they were trying, in my opinion, to run fast with Alabama. Alabama runs at a frenetic pace, particularly on offense. And I think Auburn typically moves fairly fast, but not quite that fast. Got a little ahead of themselves, had a bunch of turnovers. Second half, 2 turnovers. Much better.
I'm sure that halftime discussion may have pointed that out.
I think that point was driven home by the head coach, no doubt about it. Janai Broom, 25 points in 25 minutes. Courtney, I know you're a big fan of Janai because he started out at Morehead State.
Of course. I mean, Kentucky, right? What's not to love?
He's actually from, do you know where he's from? He's from Tampa. Well, no, he's from Plant City, Florida.
Plant City.
I don't know, he's from Florida somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think I mentioned this on the Brain Jam, but I saw him without a shirt on the other day. He is so thin.
He looks thin.
He don't look thin to me like when I look at him in a uniform, but he's very thin.
Yeah, but-
He's a damn good player, though. 25 points, 25 minutes, and I thought he was definitely Auburn's best player last night. So people in the bunker were saying that he should have played more and shot even more. But he played 25 minutes. He averages 24 in SEC games, and this is a team that's so deep that they rotate. They're going to rotate, no matter who's having a great game. So
Right.
my attitude is Jalen should have had a better game.
Yeah, he was not producing as he should have.
No, 0 points in the first half, 7 in the second half. But, he's supposed to be your number 2 shooter. And
He played a lot for only having 7 points.
Point guards had 10 points, 3 of 12 shooting, not great, but they had, I think, 5 assists and 1 turnover together, so that's not too bad. Aiden against Sears. Sears is certainly the more experienced and technically sound guard at this point. So Mark Sears did what Mark Sears does. He's a tremendous player, and I think it's going to be one of those stories that, he's from Muscle Shoals. He went to the University of Ohio. He was a Bobcat to start his career. Transferred to Alabama. He's just really taken off since then. And it makes you wonder, what did Alabama and Auburn not see out of him in high school?
Interesting.
I like him a little bit better as a shooting guard than the point guard. I think he has a tendency to turn the ball over a little bit, but you can't argue with the results so far.
Yeah, and he's tough. He gives you an edge. I think whenever you have a point guard that can lead you in a fight, I think that's a good thing. I like that. Trey Donaldson throw it some.
He was the only one that could hit a 3 yesterday. So, I mean, he only took three threes, but he got 2 of them. That's better than the rest of
pretty
his
good.
team.
Alabama also had 21 second chance points. The white dude was absolutely killing them in the second. Janai was killing them, and then the white dude was killing Auburn. Had a great second half. I forgot his name now.
Grant Nelson.
Grant Nelson. I was trying to think of the
course.
whitest name I could possibly come up with. Chaz would have been the only one better. Sam Haggis, also a very white name.
Throwback there.
Anyway, big win for Alabama at Coleman Coliseum, and Auburn and Alabama are now, I have the standings over here, are now tied atop the SEC. I mean, technically they're both 5-1. Auburn's ahead, I guess, based on overall record, but those 2 plus Tennessee, I think, are the class of this league right now. And they're going to play again, this time in the Neville Arena in a couple weeks, I believe. February
7th.
February 7th. It's coming right up. Y'all happen to know what day that is?
7th.
It's the second door on the left. Did you say second?
Seventh.
Seventh. I think the standings are starting to look right to me, though. Auburn, Alabama, and Tennessee at the top. I think those are the class of the conference. South Carolina got a big win the other night
did.
over the Kentucky Wildcats, and they've now won 2 in a row, playing much better under a new coach. Kentucky, the team you hate, I know.
Ebbs and flows.
Georgia got a big win last night, like a last-second bucket to beat LSU, maybe? I don't remember who it was. They were very happy and proud of themselves over there. I don't really pay attention to that as much.
Well, on Saturday, I think Alabama looks like is going to have pretty good chance when they go next door.
Where are they going?
Aren't they going to Mississippi State?
No, Auburn's going to Mississippi State.
Isn't that what I just said?
Oh, I thought you said Alabama.
Did I say Auburn or Alabama? Oh, Auburn. That's what I meant. Close enough.
So, yeah, Auburn's, they're just going to stay over there. They played this game in Tuscaloosa, and then the next game is Mississippi State. They're just staying over that way. So,
Okay.
it's only Saturday that they're going to play. So, Mississippi State, the record doesn't look great, 2-4, 13-6, but believe me, they are tough. Tolu Smith's been playing. I think he played with me and you in college. I swear he's been in college 6 years. So they've got some players in Mississippi State. They play tough physical basketball, so I think that's going to be a real challenge for Auburn. And then it's surprising me to see South Carolina moving up that fast, but they beat Kentucky very soundly the other night, for sure. Missouri and Vanderbilt.
Having a rough year so far.
Yeah, I didn't know Missouri was going to be such dog shit.
Once again, I'm always surprised when Vanderbilt in basketball is at the bottom.
This should be better, right?
Yes. It should be better.
And I wish that Arkansas were like 1-50, because everybody hates Arkansas. It's something we can all agree on.
Put your shirt back on.
Muscleman.
I want to know what their record is since he took his shirt off, because it's going downhill fast. Seriously, I don't even know if you saw that, but during the NCAA tournament, he took his shirt off on the sideline, like
Sweet.
trying to look like
I do.
And he's
remember
like
this.
5'4".
Yeah, I do remember that now.
Like, he looks like Kevin Hart.
Why are you doing that?
No, don't do that.
Nobody wants to see that.
So yeah, there you go. Auburn's still everything's fine. Auburn played a very good team and lost narrowly again. In Ken Palm, Auburn dropped from 4 to 5, and Alabama stayed steady at 8. So to me, that tells you, I guess Ken Palm was expecting Alabama to win that game. Alabama won that game. And so you move on to the next challenge, I suppose. So let me get back here to our main scene, Ms. Courtney. There was a question over here about, I think it was from Mobile alum. How you doing, Mobile alum?
Hey there.
Oh, how are we going to do against Mississippi State? Yeah, that's the thing. I think Auburn wins that game by 8, is what I say. 49 minutes to midnight says, remember that hope is a good thing, Red, maybe the best of things, and no good thing ever dies.
Ah.
That works great in the movies, does not work great at Coleman Coliseum when you're shooting like ass. Cassidy P in the house. We'd love to see Cassidy P, one of our fellow bourbon enthusiasts and a horse racing fan.
Well, can't get better than that.
Who was there at Keeneland to watch Flightline in his tour de force to win the Breeders' Cup Classic, I think a couple years ago now. Anyway, you love Flightline, don't you?
Of course.
Huge fan. Edge. One more thing on football. Auburn football still searching for a defensive coordinator. It's been a long search so far.
Why are people all bent out of shape about this?
Because
Can you explain why?
it's an important position. And
I mean, it is.
Auburn
but
already has a co-coordinator in Charles Kelly. So they're looking for a linebacker, technically a linebackers coach and a co-coordinator, which Chris Kiffin from the Houston Texans would be a very good choice. He's someone that's worked with Hugh before, as you know. And you know that Hugh he's getting the band back together, right? He hired Derek Nix back from Ole Miss, and he hired his Ken Austin, who was his quarterbacks guy. So that's 2 of the 3 positions he's filled with guys from the band. So
Well, that would make sense.
yeah, so I think
it a
that he interviewed Chris on Tuesday at a remote location, a secret location. Could have been Iceland, could have been Atlanta, could have been Houston. Who knows? Who knows? And I think, what else can I say about this? I know more than I'm saying.
Okay.
Let me think about this.
I'm trying to work on your verbiage here.
Yeah, I'm trying to work on my verbiage here. I think that Hugh, if you're putting the 2 and 2 together, you're reading between the lines. I think Hugh really wants Chris Kiffin to be the guy. I think Chris Kiffin is interested in working with Hugh again, but I think he also has some NFL opportunities he's taking a look at, coordinator opportunities. And I think he's got to make a decision in the next couple days, I would say, hey, am I going to go after an NFL DC spot or am I going to go back to Auburn with Hugh? I don't know.
Guess it depends what you're looking for in this point in your life, right?
I think the ball's in Chris Kiffin's court, is my
That's what it sounds like.
view on that. DJ Durkin is also kind of out there. He is a fairly accomplished defensive coordinator, coach at Texas A&M and Florida. And he also was head coach at Maryland when a player died, and then his team
yes.
literally begged for him to go away and never come back. So,
Not a great endorsement.
but he's been hired by Florida and Texas A&M since, so I don't think it would be a huge deal if he were to come to Auburn. I mean, he would probably get hired. But there are people around that are not a fan necessarily of that.
I can understand that.
I mean, Brian Kelly had a kid die.
I mean, yeah, it can happen.
He was absolved of any responsibility, though. I mean,
He's an angry little leprechaun.
he is. Can we all agree that Brian Kelly's annoying as hell?
Yes.
Agreed.
Motion carries.
Yeah, you don't
Sure.
like him, do you? I tell you, I don't like him at all. I had you guys on mute. I'm sorry, but Becky didn't like him and Chris didn't like him. Yeah.
They had downvotes.
Let's see. Ravine says the eagle on JG's sweater is baller.
Baller.
This is actually from the
Yes.
Foo Fighters concert in Los Angeles.
How
where
did
they,
you get that sweatshirt, Jay?
Midnight Tulips brought it to
Yes,
me. She
she
bought it
did.
there. She went to the concert in Los Angeles and then brought this to me, which is nice.
You know, it's not very often I'm like, yeah, that's great. You bought my husband a gift from a woman.
Hey,
But
watch
that's
this.
okay. It's
Hey,
all good.
We're going to put Courtney on the spot. You ready? What's your favorite Foo Fighters song?
That's not nice. I don't enjoy this. Please move along.
Ever long, ever long.
We played some at your wedding.
Jay?
Learn to Fly,
Jay?
Big Me.
Where do you want to sleep tonight?
I'll stick around.
Are you staying here tonight? Okay.
All right.
All right. It's been great.
Big Foo Fighters fan.
Let's drink some bourbon.
Okay, is it almost that time?
It's about that time, Jay.
Otag says, especially his fake Southern accent. Who is he? Oh, Derek Nix. No, he's not.
No,
right.
he's talking about Brian Kelly.
Oh, yes. God bless. He's not even from this way, and he's all trying to be Creole.
Oh, yeah.
What an idiot.
Family.
Cassie DP says, Courtney, we are bent out of shape because our defense is in great need of coordination.
I mean, yes.
Which
Those are facts.
had a little bit of trouble on 4th and goal from the 31 or whatever it was.
Heard something about that once or twice.
But I don't know. I mean, the defense to me was pretty decent last year. I don't know. It's all
Yeah.
parallax. You dig? The small gets big, it's a rig, it's action, reaction. All right. Is it time? Do you want to drink or do you want to talk about the passenger, the unruly passenger?
I want to drink.
She wants to drink. So we drink.
It's game on.
All right, so as I mentioned earlier in the show, in August and early September, we did a thing where we were looking for the best values on the bottom shelf. They aren't necessarily on the absolute bottom, although some of these are. But Courtney said it had to be $35.
I think all of these are not on the true bottom shelf. I think the true bottom shelf ones, the Kentucky Gentleman, the Mellow Corn, they didn't make the cut, thank God.
Mellow corn's pretty
Mellow
shitty.
Corn is pretty damn awful.
That is my fault.
Actually, I can tell you how awful we thought it was.
oh, you're looking at the
Yes, the Mellow Corn got a 4 and a 4 from us.
Jacob
actually
G says,
isn't that
am I
bad.
late? Hell no, man. We're glad to have you, bro.
Kentucky Gentleman was the worst, though, at 3 and 2 votes for the.
Mobile Lum says, is losing Ryan Williams a big deal? It's a big deal for Alabama to get a franchise wide receiver like that. For Auburn, I don't necessarily think it is because they signed such a great wideout class. And at some point, somebody was going to get knocked out because you can't play Cam Coleman and Bryce and Perry and Ryan Williams and the dude from Georgia State and whoever else might stick around. You can't all play at the same time. So you feel like Ryan can go to Alabama, at least he feels like he can, and play all the snaps he can get right away. And hey, man, good for him. He's a really good kid. I really enjoy talking to him, and he's going to be a big asset for Alabama, both on the field and off the field. He's just a really, really quality guy. That's my statement on Ryan Williams. And you guys know I'm pretty chill about this stuff. I'm not going to be like, he went to Alabama, he sucks. Like, I don't believe
All of a
that.
sudden, he was great last week, but now he sucks.
If somebody goes to Tennessee, though, I do have questions. But other than that, I don't know why anybody would go to Tennessee or Georgia, really. Well, maybe if you go to Georgia for like, I don't know, like you want to be a songwriter or something. You want to work at the 40 Watt or something. I can get that, but that's about it, really. Reminds me of the time that Bradley Handwerker, our friend Bradley Handwerker,
Yes.
was talking to David Housel. David Housel said, Bradley, why didn't you go to Auburn? And he said, I wanted to be with some Jewish people. And he said, did you find that at Georgia? Bradley's like, hell yeah, I did. They have a huge Jewish student population. David's like, I didn't know that. I know. I wasn't paying that much attention. Tim the Toolman Taylor is here. What's up, brother? Glad to have you again. Glad to have you back. Cassidy B says Athens has a music scene.
That is
for
true.
Sure, they sure
That
do.
is true.
Who's your favorite band from Athens?
You are such an ass.
REM
I was gonna say Rim,
or B-52s?
just to piss you off. Say
Driving and
Rim.
Crying.
Rim.
Good ones. Yeah, okay, so we're going to start drinking. These are the three that made each of the 3 rounds, the winners of our 3 rounds.
What do you want to hit
Cousin,
first?
do you just want to...
What you want to hit first? Let's do the Ezra.
we have graphics.
Let's do the Ezra.
Can we get some graphics? Guys,
You think
paying you guys $20 a week for this shit.
Come on now.
Oh, there we go.
Look at that. Oh, no. I'm not doing that one.
Oh, we need to go. Can we go over to Ezra, please?
Thank you.
All right, Ezra Brooks.
All right, here we go.
We bought this one for $27.24, including tax. Mm-hmm. As you would guess from the name of the brand, it is 99 proof because it's the Ezra Brooks 99.
99.
Becky and
Cousin.
I've got nobody be able to see y'all because you guys are out of camera range there. We're going to take a slug on this, and I guess what we ought to do, the 4 of us have some experience in voting as a group. That's how we became Raiders fans. We
It is
voted
true.
3 or 4 years ago on who to start supporting, and we, after some very ferocious voting, oh, thank you, sir, decided we were going to go with the Raiders. So now we drink the Ezra Brooks 99 proof.
That is right.
This is a relatively new one, introduced in 2021. Mm-hmm. I think all they had on the Ezra line at that point was the 101. They called it the 7-year 101. I couldn't help but notice, as my friend James Crapia would say, it's kind of light. Like it's actually like not super dark at all to look at. Doesn't have that deep caramel color, but again, you're only paying $27 for it, so what the hell? Tim Toolmain says, the world can never get enough of JG and AA. Glad this exists. I'm also tired of drinking the same bourbons, so double win. That is exactly how we got here, Tim.
Yeah, because I would not normally pick up. Well, the old Granddad 114 kind of has a little soft spot in my heart, but
yeah, it does.
But I would never ever pick up Old Forester 100 intentionally.
No, you think of it as a mixer, right?
I mean, yeah. The funny thing is that when we were going to do this show, I came over here and I was like, okay, I need to make sure we have all these. And I look around, and the only one we had was the Ezra Brooks here because I had taken the other 2 to the house, and at some point we cleared them out. So, had to go searching today.
I drank the old. I killed the old Granddad during Christmas.
I killed the old Granddad.
Well, you may have had the last blow, but we were both doing work on that bad boy.
It's a good one now. But, yes, and so the funny part was we couldn't find it today when we went to the ABC store.
Yeah, I had to.
And then the gentleman at the ABC store says, well, let me look up and see if they got it. And he looks around and he says, oh, there's only one place in the state that has any of it. And I'm like, one place in the state has Old Granddad 114? Then guess what? Jay goes to the next store, goes over to...
Don't say what it
is.
Not
Eastbrook.
Yeah, Eastbrook Flea Market.
And found it sitting there in one of the booths.
Yeah, I asked for it, and they
I'm like,
they
okay, so it magically appears.
Yeah, I bet no one in the history has ever gone, hey, do you have any Old Granddad 114 back there?
And they're like, oh, yeah, everybody asked for it.
She was probably like, when I said, do you have any? And she thought, Eagle Rare, Blanton's. Old Granddad?
Oh, Granddad?
Why, yes,
no.
we do. But we're not even talking about Old Granddad right now. We're talking about this Ezra Brooks that we're pounding. There were some questions. Though. Evan Williams, BIB, Mike Brock was wondering. We had Evan Williams single barrel.
Single barrel.
Which we had, and we just
had.
didn't.
It was. I think it was in.
We didn't love it.
No, it was 4th place. It was 4th place.
It was 4th place. It had a reasonably decent score, and I do think that that's a good one. Evan Williams is a good, and that one really is actually on the bottom shelf.
Yeah.
It
was very good for. Yes.
It was so solid, yeah.
It was like $19.
That's the black label. There's
It
a
really
white.
was $19 when we saw it today.
Cassidy B says, Kalen DeBornis, I don't, that's probably a joke that I don't get, is the mellow corn of SEC West coaches. Wow. I think
That's not nice.
He's giving Alabama a little bit of a dig there, Becks.
That's not
Are
very
you getting
nice.
Chili Willy in here?
I'm always cold.
Oh, okay. Chris, are you chilly?
I'm good.
All right, great.
There's
All
a
right.
thermostat if it needs to be adjusted.
There's
Yeah.
3 of y'all and 1 of me. We're good.
All right, so what are we thinking on that?
left there?
It's a little thin.
To me, I taste a lot of woodsy, like outdoorsy
Outdoorsy, huh?
kind of stuff.
Is that on the taste wheel?
Next
know
to
what
pencil
taste wheel
shavings.
is.
What?
Yeah.
Did you sell the taste wheel on eBay?
I
What
did.
the hell?
I did.
Hey, can one of the interns get the taste wheel back? Guys, it's not over there?
No, it's not over there.
Oh, my God.
And interns are always sleeping on the damn job.
Raven says Jay with a freeze warning. Matt says, heck yeah, Eastbrook Flea Market and Antique Mall. They've got an elevator, according to the commercials. I think I've been in it.
You're only in it if you're getting a piece of furniture that's big enough that they need to transport it.
Let's see. Final three. Casa DP reminds everyone Old Grandad 114, Ezra Brooks 99, and Old Forester 100. That is absolutely
That is
true.
right. You're taking notes. I
And
love it.
Wardam Steve says no benchmark. We did not actually. We've had benchmark before. We didn't put it in this particular shindig.
It was not in this.
But
Next
maybe we
season.
should take
Again, next season.
next season.
That's right.
Season 2 of Shitty Bourbons We Like.
Season 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Ooh, hey now. Yeah, it's solid. Are we gonna? Cuz anything jump out at you here about what's going on with the Ezra Brooks?
I like it. I agree with what you were saying. A little thin to start with. It does linger on the tongue a little bit. It's a little sweet.
I get,
It's not offensive. It's not,
it's not aggressive. No Kentucky hug, really.
Nothing down the throat.
That's what she said.
It could be a decent little sipper.
But yeah,
At 99 proof, you can probably take a little bit of
not
that.
offensive. You're right.
4 or 5 shots, you'd probably be okay.
Are you really talking to me?
No, I know you'd be okay. I'm saying maybe some of our
Okay.
other viewers would.
I'm making sure
5
that you're
shots.
clarifying this.
5 shots would probably put Becky a little wobbly, honestly. Maybe. Me and Chris and Courtney probably handle that. Mike asks about JTS, which I'm guessing he means JTS. Is it the Dant one? I'm not sure which one that is, brother. Again, we didn't get like all of the bottom ones, Mike, but maybe for next season we are going to we'll hit that.
Clear
one.
the bottom shelf.
I think I know the one you're talking about, though. I think that's a Heaven Hill product. I think I saw it at Heaven
Maybe
Hill.
next time we have to get the cheapest bourbon that they have in there.
God.
Toolman says,
But we may already have it over here with the Kentucky gentleman.
Toolman says, was that a break into Electric Boogaloo joke, Becky? Didn't have that on my bingo card. Is this one of your friends?
It is not that I'm aware of.
Not that you know of.
The bingo card reference does make you think that, yes, but I'm not aware.
All right, are we ready to vote?
Okay. Now remember, what do we have to take into consideration? You take into consideration the price point. Okay. You have to take into consideration, I guess it's just the price point, isn't it?
Well, I mean, the taste, right?
Well, the taste, but I'm saying, I mean,
You would factor those two.
I'm not going to intentionally buy this.
Okay.
Okay.
I think I agree with you. I mean, it's not bad. And if I went over to Weatherford's house and he goes, "Hey, Mom, all I got's Ezra Brooks 99, bro." I'd be
Hey, you're
like,
going to make it happen.
I'm gonna
It'll
drink
be
it.
fine. And I love that it's $27.24 with tax.
I know,
Does
including
that
the
mean
tax.
including the tax?
There's a reason that I put all those
With
numbers.
tax. Why'd you put with tax?
Because we'll get to it. There's a
Okay, I
reason.
can't wait to hear
There was
this.
a reason for that.
This meeting.
Let's see. Pipe is in here. He said, "I'd like to see an all plastic bottle."
Oh,
So
God.
Kessler's needs to be in there. What the hell
Oh,
is
that's
that?
rude.
We did have one plastic though.
Kessler's. Is that something you made in your garage?
If it's a plastic bottle, though, it has to have an easy pour top.
Yep, that easy
It's
pour
got to.
spout.
That's just the facts. I mean,
Yes.
that's just biology. EU256, who you met at the showdown in Huntsville.
Ah, yeah.
EU256 is now fully Madison for life.
Oh.
He can no longer claim Huntsville in any way, so he's part of the Madison Mafia. Glad to
He
see
was
you, brother.
probably very iced in the last week.
I know, it's weird. It's like 70 down here, and they're freezing their ass off up there. I don't understand it.
Yeah. That was a messy part over in
Toolmain says, Cincy bonus points if they have sketchy graphics on the bottle.
I love it.
We did have one plastic bottle, and this was the Kentucky Gentleman,
We might also have to have
which was ass.
we could also have buyers go out and get stuff for us and wrap the bottle so we don't know what it is. That would be kind of
Hey,
fun.
do we have any buyers? You want to buy Courtney some shit so she can drink it?
No, I would give them money.
Oh.
I'm not saying they go get it on their own. I'm saying
man.
we have no clue what it would be.
I see.
Yeah, AU256 are the hashtag Madison Mafia, so that's good. Are we just going with a number here, a letter grade?
Okay,
You wanna do-
so we're going to take, yes. 1 to 10 on your fingers.
Wait, people can't see them.
You
That's
can tell
okay.
them.
We can add,
Okay.
I have a little trusty pen here.
Okay,
And I can add 1-digit numbers still.
1 to 10 on your fingers. Are you guys ready?
It's not going to be a 10, so I don't have to handle 2-digit numbers.
1, 2, 3. Okay,
4,
5.
5. Okay, that would be 9 from this side. And we have 6 from over
We
there.
have 2 6s.
You have 2.
Although
Oh!
they're different computations where they're both 6s.
Oh, I like
So
that.
a 10 from the Tates, a 12 from the Cousin Becky's.
No, we had a 9, baby. You had
I'm not
4?
here for my math, okay?
I was told there'd be no math.
I was
involved.
told there'd be absolutely no math.
Okay, so
Let's see,
we
Chris.
had a 9, and what did you all have over there? You had
12.
12. Ooh. Well, this bottle's going home with y'all.
Congratulations, guys.
You're the winners.
Chris W. says, suggestions, Courtney, this might be good for you. Suggestions on how to get my old lady to drink bourbon with me. Wine sucks, which we agree. Well, Becky would not say the wine sucks, but the rest of us do. Why don't you find a bourbon that's kind of winey? That would be...
I have it right here.
hold on, Chris has got some ideas.
If you can find it, the most winey bourbon I've ever had is the Bardstown Prisoner.
Yeah, that's basically wine. It really is.
It was.
I didn't
very
like
winey.
it. It was too whiny for me. Whiny.
It was too winey. Do we have one that...
No, I was saying I may have drank it all. The
Thomas More.
Thomas More. Or
Yeah,
took it home.
the
Yeah,
Thomas
Moore. Those are really good. Those are all finished in like a sherry cask or.
I mean, if you want to
Something like
start
that.
with the training wheels, you bourbon cocktails, and then kind of, then
That's
you
true.
can, lessen the amount of mixer and give more bourbon. And
That's a very good
interesting
idea.
idea. As someone who...
Very good idea.
I'm a fan of a cocktail.
She likes mixed drinks.
I'm pro cocktail.
Say, I was anti-mixed drinks for a long time.
I understand.
I felt like they were only for girls.
A really good old fashioned.
Oh, solid.
Yeah.
Archie J, and I saw this today when I was in the
Hey,
ABC. Courtney loves Archie.
Yes, I do.
We met Archie up in Huntsville, and the guy is as generous as they come. Literally brought a bottle of Fourgate, which is hard as hell to find. It just said, "Here, guys,
Have
please."
whatever you like.
And it was delicious. And actually, we have 2 bottles of Fourgate now because Archie let us have some of his. Said his wife's choice for bottom shelf bourbon was always Old Tub, which I saw today, and I couldn't believe we didn't have that as part of our showdown because it's $19 plus tax. Which
That is a great point because my father loved bourbon his whole life and always said that the more expensive the bourbon didn't make it taste any better. They were all in the damn barrel.
okay,
So,
he's wrong about that. But
I mean, I disagree now with him. At the time, I didn't know any different. And so I was like, okay, whatever. He's also somebody that would drink Kentucky Gentleman. So, I think price point was part of the reason he drank Kentucky Gentleman because he did like Early Times a lot. That was probably his favorite, was Early Times.
we tried an Early Times bottle and
We
bond.
did, and it scored well for us.
But not good enough.
Not good enough. It didn't make the
Cassidy P.
second.
agreed. Bardstown Prisoner, which you're not going to find. You're not going to find Bardstown Prisoner. Or Angel's Envy, which has a wine finish.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's a little expensive. I think it's $100.
I would also suggest wheated bourbons. Wheated bourbons typically tend to be a little softer. It can be sweeter in that regard. So your maker's marks, you have several different options there. I think Larceny is the Heaven Hill wheated
I
bourbon.
think it's hot.
You had Larceny barrel proof, right?
Yeah, that was just.
There's I think their normal proofs around 90 to 95, and then you can also I'm trying to think. One of my favorites is the Redemption wheated. It's not as regular around here. Third shelf.
Yeah, here it is.
Yes.
Yeah, you can find that in Georgia, but yeah.
Another good point to make would be that if she is wanting to buzz really quickly, drink some bourbon because it's going to happen a lot quicker than some wine. Because that proof up there is going to get you a little lit quicker.
We'll have to have Old Tub on the next season.
Yes.
Old
next
Tub is
season.
definitely going to have one in honor
might
of
be next
Archie's
week.
wife. Taterdom here. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
Outstanding. I hope that doesn't mean that that's a bourbon tater. All right, so we've got 21 points on the board total, aggregate, for
Ezra Brooks.
Ezra Brooks. So, Ezra, nice job. I don't know much about Ezra the man. It's a Lux Row product, by the way. So if you guys have been to Bardstown Bourbon Company, the beautiful campus there, right off the Bluegrass Parkway, Lux Row is right across the highway from there. And we actually like Lux Row quite a bit to go by there. It's a really pretty campus and kind of old school, rustic.
And what do they have there?
Boy, lots of good stuff.
No, what do they? There's a special animal they have there.
Oh, peacocks.
They do. They have a bunch of peacocks around
Jabari Smith would absolutely love going to Ezra Brooks because he'd see all his peacocks. He loves a peacock now. All right, next one. Interns, what are we going to do?
We're doing Old Forester, so y'all better be on the ball.
Oh,
Somebody wants to keep their intern job.
now
There we go.
Now they're paying
Nicely
attention.
done.
Now they're paying attention. Cassidy P, are you a bourbon tater or a JG tater?
I like it.
So I was talking about the taters earlier. My therapist today was talking about how don't people line up on like Tuesdays to get bourbon? Sort of.
Sometimes.
Like certain.
Y'all come get some deliciousness.
Yeah, I got it.
Ow, ow. Okay.
All right.
Hey,
so,
Jay, we also got a little, we got an extra with this one we bought today.
extra.
An extra. Yes, we got an extra. Remember what we got?
Yeah, we got a little bottle. Oh, thank you, ma'am. A little bottle of the Old Forester old-fashioned
syrup. Yeah.
Yeah.
It came like attached to this little bottle here. I thought that was awfully cool.
It was like a final.
I'll take it.
Like
That's what you need to buy her.
That's like a final squirt. What it is.
Wow.
Like to have that little thing on there. Little extra. Little suffix.
A little extra.
Little suffix. Okay, so let me get over here. Oh yeah, we got it. Purchase for $28.33, including tax. 100 proof. Oldest brand around. This is the type of Old Forester that they were selling more or less in 1870 when your long lost relative George Garvin Brown was selling shit out of his pickup truck.
This is not my relative,
I know he's not.
but
72% corn,
There are
18% rye, and 10% malted barley. Probably 4 years old because it's described as a straight bourbon whiskey, which means it's got to be 4, which means it's probably maximum 4.
it means it's 4 in one day.
It's almost certainly 4. Now, a lot of people consider this, old timers call this the signature Old Forester. If you just say, I want, like in Louisville, if you were getting an old fashioned, you say, I want to get one with signature, they would know exactly what you mean. They would mean this. Yeah, a lot of people use it for a mixer, but we're just drinking that bad boy straight. All right, this is a little heavier.
It's heavier, but the taste is so much better to me.
Yep.
It's just so
It
much
just,
better.
it just has a more taste, I guess.
Yeah. That tasted a little dirty to me. Not like stinky, but
Like Antoine Nolan dirty,
No,
or-
like actual physical
Dirty.
dirt.
Petey.
Like there was some dirt in there.
Yeah, this one tastes. I feel like you can taste the
is
char
good.
on it or something. I don't know.
This is good. I like this.
You always say you can. The Old Forester has a cherry that you can smell, or in the.
I know what you're talking about, but not
Yeah,
this one as much.
Not,
maybe.
not on this one. Not on
This
this one.
isn't one that we normally would ever have.
Well, we cashed this. I almost said a bad word there. We cashed this fucker out for
Good thing you didn't say a bad word.
Yeah.
Christmas. We destroyed this thing at Christmas.
Oh well.
I think I was using it as a mixer, right?
Yeah, well, we can do both.
We
Revenge,
we try to keep a bottle of Old Forester 100.
it's just a good
On
go-to
principle.
Yes,
on a Tuesday or a Wednesday.
absolutely.
Raven says he thinks this one is delicious, but a little earthy.
That's interesting.
I
I thought the
agree.
other one was earthy, but
I agree. This one has some earthiness to it.
I don't get that. My palate does not receive it.
Oh yeah.
There's a little cinnamon on the tongue to
finish,
start
yeah.
on the start. You
No
know,
Kentucky hug.
yeah.
Zero.
No.
It's all in the tongue.
I think it has a little bit.
It's all in the
You
tongue.
got it. It is. It's all in the tongue.
Considering we were drinking water last time, like the 99, to me, this has a little more hug on it.
But
Wait, you're gonna say you're really gonna say you can tell the difference between 99 proof and 100?
It's not necessarily the proof, it's just that this is rougher. I don't know what to tell you.
I
think it's
agree.
rougher.
I thought the Ezra Brooks was very light.
Mm-hmm.
You know, at that proof. Old Forester at about the same proof. It's a little spicier. I don't. You know.
Is that the rye?
The rye was very similar, I thought, you know, in the mash bill between the two. But depending on how long it was in the
old barrel.
barrel,
Roll our old bones on here.
this one seems to be a little. I like it better, to be honest.
Yeah, I like this better.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Just a little more complexity. Like Chris was saying, a little cinnamony on it. Not overwhelmingly, but it's got a little bit of cinnamon. To me, it's just a nice,
Solid.
satisfying bourbon.
Solid.
I would definitely go pick this up at the ABC if you're looking for something under $30. And with that little bit of old-fashioned syrup with it,
Not
that
too
way
shabby.
you can make yourself a little old-fashioned if you like.
By the way, when I was hanging out at the cousin Becky's house the other day, and after I just got bourboned out. This is when you weren't feeling good and you went home. I got bourboned out, and I started drinking something that Becks had, which was Smirnoff, right, with the
Spicy tamarind.
and then I put a little cherry bitters in that bitch. It's fucking
So
good,
this is
man.
probably why you weren't feeling the best the next day.
Is that true?
Yeah, this is true. This is probably why you were up in the middle of the night, too.
Is that why you think I went into AFib because of the cherry bitters?
No, the spicy
Tamarind.
tamarind.
I don't remember that. So everything before I went into AFib, I forgot.
Maddie said she had a patient today that was diagnosed with AFib.
Hey, how about that?
She got to be in there for that discussion.
Yeah, Maddie got to do a full 12-and-a-half-hour day today. We love it when Maddie has to work all day.
It was awesome because she sends me a text at 6:06 a.m. Putting my phone up, chatting 13 hours. I'm like, yes!
That's amazing
Love
when your
it.
kids have to go work. It's
Love it.
Chris and Becky.
4,400.
Viewer.
Yes,
44,000
44,000.
viewers.
Woo! We blowing it out, folks.
Chris and Becky have had that satisfying moment too, and their offspring has to go work, and you're like, have a good day.
I was going to work early, but she was already and the funny thing is she has to park, she has to get on a tram to go into the
Oh,
hospital.
wow.
So, because they make them park way out.
All right, do we want to do a vote on this bad boy?
Okay, I'll vote.
Yeah, we'll do a little bit of vote on this.
I hope everybody else votes too. I said I would.
We're going to be voting on the Old Forester
100.
Hundo. This is based on partially on the taste and also partially on the value. Because again, at $27 and some odd cents, including tax, because Courtney said you got
I
to have
think
tax.
it was a whole maybe $2 more than this one.
I think it was $1.09 according to computations done by
Oh, somebody else does numbers.
our crack research staff, aka Cassidy P, I think noticed
Oh,
those.
good job. Thank you.
All right, so we're going to ready to vote? Everybody ready?
Yep.
Okay.
All right, I'm ready. One, two, three. I gave
Wow,
an
an
8 and a
8?
6. This is good for what
All
it
right,
is.
so Tate's go 6 and 8, that's 14.
That's 14 last I
And
checked.
Team Becky and Cuz do a 7 and an 8.
Oh, 14 and 8 is
15.
22. And what did you have?
We had 15 on this side.
Okay. well,
Yeah. You got some numbers people over here, so I'm not sure.
Thank God.
So,
I got to use a calculator still.
Old Forster moves into the lead.
Or I can use math counter so we still
We have an abacus around here somewhere. I think Genesis sang a song about abacus.
Yeah, definitely.
Hey, look who's here. It's Don Proper Dickin.
Hey, from Maastricht.
Yeah,
How are
he
things
is.
over there in Maastricht?
Don, of course, is from the Proper
Did you get
Dickin
your
family.
wooden shoes cleaned today?
Courtney, would you stop with that? That is so rude.
How's it rude?
That's like when the chick from Plymouth, England said you're just a fat Yankee, and I was like, I'm not a Yankee, and she read a lot into the fact that I was a fat Yankee. She probably thought that I liked hot dogs and shit. I don't even like hot dogs.
I don't like hot dog. He does not like a hot dog. It's really strange. He doesn't like hot dogs.
Well, I mean, I know what's in it usually. Mike B says Old Forester 100 is a great bottle depending on what you want to do with it. It's great for a mixer or
Yes.
drinking, or what is the third option? Where would this fit?
I don't know. Some of our other options you could use as like gasoline.
I was going to say,
but
strip the paint off of something.
Yeah, what can we do with the Kentucky Gentleman? Can we run a car on that shit?
no, I said, you know what? We need
clean
to
the tub with it?
No, we need to clean out the disposal here, so we're just gonna pour it down.
God, it's so bad. We paid
It's
like
awful.
$12 for
is
the whole
awful.
bottle. It's a fifth
Maybe
for $12.
remove some stickers off some
That's
furniture.
right.
Chemical
Exactly.
care, that's exactly right.
That's right.
Adhesive remover.
Yes.
All right, it's time for our last
Okay. Thumbs up on
finalist.
this.
Let's see if our
Okay.
interns can hit this. Guys, gal.
Can y'all get this straight?
Wait.
There's only one left, so I hope that. Nope. Wrong one.
Oh my God.
Damn it,
Man.
Guys, what the hell, man?
Looky there. Did you hear that?
All right, there we
wait,
go.
wait,
Did it?
wait.
Oh,
Oh, that was a good one.
feels so good. Feels so good when it touches your lips. One more.
Just one more.
All right, Old Forester. I'm sorry, Old Granddad.
Oh, you get a glug glug on this one.
It's got a really wide opening on this bitch. I don't know if y'all can see that.
Glug glug.
No, you can't see that. It's got a big old wide opening, so it's for the fast pourers out there. And my man Cuz is going to come get that bad boy and see what y'all think about that.
I did not know it was hyphenated until you just put that up there.
Well, it's on the bottom.
I'm sorry. Until the interns put it up there.
It's on the bottle, so I figured that's the way I should put it.
Well, I've never really paid that much attention
Now,
to it.
I've been very tight on the...
But Granddad is not hyphenated.
No, but they can do whatever they want. It's their bottle. Thank you, cousin. Old Granddad 114, purchased for $34.97, including tax.
Oh,
That's a big step up.
And remember,
high
the max
dollar.
one was
The
35. It was 35. So you saved 3 cents.
almost couldn't get this.
This is
Now,
like
if you purchase it in other states, it probably is cheaper.
this is like on House Hunters when they go, "Oh, we're way under budget, guys." This is going to keep
I'm
you
a
under
butterfly
budget.
corrector, and he likes to rescue dogs.
And our budget is $1.2 million, and we need 6 bedrooms for me and our cat. You guys who watch House Hunters know what the fuck I'm talking about right there. All right, 114 proof, as you could guess, probably from the name. Named after Basil Hayden Sr., who was known as Old Granddad.
I did not know that.
I learned that today. in
Thank you
fact.
for sharing. Mr.
He was
Hayden.
considered himself the I'm coughing, the father or grandfather of high rye bourbon.
Interesting.
So this particular formulation from Beam Suntory is 28% rye.
Oh,
which
that
is
makes
high.
sense. Why it's a little spicy.
Sorry, guys. Jeez, I coughed.
There's
every
some
now and
water
then.
right there.
You can water this.
The water will help you with your cough, Jay. It's a fact.
Problem is when I'm drinking water, nobody else is talking because you won't talk. Don't you have story time you could share? Tell everybody where your transmitter is. Do you hide it?
I don't have a fluffy badge sagging off of me right here.
All right, so it's high rye in honor of Basil Hayden Sr. And this is now a Beam product under the Beam Suntory umbrella of products, which would include Beam and Suntory
and
and Old
others.
Granddad.
Knob Creek, and it would also include Maker's Mark is under Beam Suntory.
It smells pretty good. Oh my
good
Lord,
God.
Grandpa. So this is actually named after Jay. He's the old granddad that's hacking like he only has half a lung. But the thing I like about this, you can smell a little spice on it. Like when the nose is really, you can smell the spice. So you know you're in for a little something.
Yeah, it hits, man.
You know you're in for a little something.
And it's
That thing
not,
slaps.
I didn't
not
realize
just-
it was this high rye.
it's not just cinnamon though. It's like allspice. Like it's more than, yeah.
AU256 said he had this for the first time a few months back and he loved it. Cassidy pieces for a good time, Suntory time. Wow, a lot of cinnamon on this bad boy.
And
This
it is
does-
all over the tongue.
This does surprise me that Basil Hayden is involved with this. That
Right.
Based
I-
on
I
our
wouldn't have
opinions
predicted
of the
that.
other Basil Hayden.
Must be
Yes.
Basil Hayden.
I
The
Certainly
fifth.
tastes better than the other Basil Hayden product.
I'm with
This
Becks
is really
on this.
good. Very minor hug, like very minor, but it's staying all over. Staying all over the tongue.
I get a
It's very-
gingerbread feel on this, just like
Oh, I could see that.
lots of spice. Like Bex was saying,
Yeah.
allspice.
you say that I was kind of thinking the aftertaste to me is a little ginger cookie.
There
Ginger
you go.
snap.
Well, we just got all kinds of baking skills going on up in
mean.
here.
Let's see, Mike B says, for me, OGD14 is a mixer at best.
Well,
But that's just me.
Really? That's interesting.
I can see that happening, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It fits in my mixer rule. It's under $50.
I'm allowed
Yeah.
to use it as a mixer.
Yes.
I can see this
It's
adding
actually under 35 if you really want to be picky about it.
$34.97. I mean, so you have 3 cents under
That's
budget.
right.
I mean,
You can go spend that anywhere
I
you want.
mean, that is under budget.
Just don't spend it all in one place.
That's right.
It reminds me of House Hunters when they're always like, okay, so this is under budget.
it's under budget.
This is under budget by $1.
We're going to go a little over
We're
budget.
going
It's
to
like $150,000 over on a $200,000 house. Just a little over budget.
Just a little over budget, folks.
But just see how much your money will get you.
Then you guys can cut some corners in other parts of your life. Like, yeah, we can not eat until 2025.
Right, we'll give up lunch
I
forever.
could see this adding a dimension on an old fashioned though, like a if,
Oh, maybe I might
Little-
have to try that
little-
since I have some more syrup now.
Dang.
that'd be a good handle in the chat. I prefer syrup. Do you recognize that phrase?
I do recognize that.
What do you
phrase.
prefer?
Not syrup,
Jelly?
honey.
Very interesting.
Bye. Bye.
Very interesting there. Well, that's a 1992 joke right there. Let's see. Major Zero says makes a great old granddad old fashioned.
I like it.
Old granddad fashioned.
Oh, granddad fashion. I like that.
Buck 50 says OGD 114 is my go-to budget high proofer. This is a great proof for the price point, right?
That is true.
Hell yeah. 114 for sure. I can remember when we first started drinking bourbon for real, like maybe whenever that was, when we thought Basil Hayden was pretty good. Mm-hmm. And I thought this was too rough.
Oh, hell yeah.
And now I taste it.
We
and I'm
talked
like-
about this in 2016 about how rough it was.
There were rumors going around this was going to be discontinued.
Oh, really?
Hell yeah, there was. And so there was a run on it in like 15, 16, 17, somewhere in that range. But it turned out to be bullshit. It's actually smart marketing.
I like that.
Yeah. You tell a girl that won't commit to you, say, I'm going off the market. And all of a sudden she's like, boom, done.
Yeah.
I've seen it happen.
If you even say that's you.
I didn't say it was me. I said I've seen it happen.
Okay.
Although
Somebody's head over here is a little
I did
enlarged.
kind of pull that trick on you, but it wasn't really, I wasn't coming from that direction.
Whatever.
I was just
Moving
pick-
right
I
along.
was just picking and rolling.
Moving right along.
What, are you mad about it?
Huh?
I know that song, Moving Right Along. You take it, you know best.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever seen the sun come up in the west?
Tick-a-toom, tick-a-toom, tick-a-toom.
Have you ever seen the sun come up in the west
I
yet?
have not. I felt like it was in the west when we were in San Diego and that shit came up real early. I was wide-eyed. Messed up. Yo, 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 yo. Mike Brock says OGD 414 leaves too much on the finish, just his palate.
I do get a little oaky finish.
I think I was fair to say, yeah.
Yeah, there's a little more cinnamon spice on the front, a little oak on the back. I enjoy it.
It's complex.
I've never heard of doing a 50-50 blend of any type of bourbons neat.
Some of the people in our
I've
bourbon
never
will
done
talk
that.
about
That's so funny. I've never even
Never
thought about
occurred
that.
to me.
I
Yeah.
don't know if we have that.
Yeah, there's a lot of people do an infinity bottle
Oh,
where when a bottle gets close to the end, they pour it into another bottle that has the end of the prior bottles and stuff like that. And
It's a suicide of bourbons. Is that the? I mean,
exactly.
ew.
And yeah, I have been interested in doing some of these mixes of 50-50 type stuff to see what unique flavors you could get out of it. Maybe you could, for somebody who's not a big high proof person, if they mix that 114 old granddad with that Ezra Brooks 99,
Okay.
they might get something that they enjoy out of it.
Interesting.
It's interesting. We
I've
don't
not
have
thought
any
of
double
any of
oaked
them.
here.
No, we don't.
Although we do.
We don't have any double oaked, period.
We do. Well, we've had it before until,
Yes,
until
but we
I
don't
tanked
have any
it.
now.
I bet Cuz has some at the house, but
We do.
I got some Woodford Reserve. This is a Soho Social pick. Maybe we can
Oh,
blend
yeah.
that. And this is not what Zero was saying. He was pushing for the double
Right.
oaked, but maybe let's just pretend like it's double oaked.
Pretend. It could be an experiment.
Let's see. A256 wants to know if anyone's going to Lexington in October for the game for Auburn against the Kentucky Wildcats. I know our friend Jason Morgan's going to go, I would imagine, and Emily.
Jay won't go.
I got to do a show. I mean, I love the.
You don't have a place in Lexington anymore to do a show. You
true.
did have one before, but now that has relocated to Alaska.
Ravin says Jay getting threatened to have to stay at the Bourbon House, and this is a punishment? Question mark. That's right.
It is when it's very quiet around here. Very quiet.
Hey, there's not a lot of pee on the bed downstairs.
Are you saying there's a lot of pee on our bed? Like,
No.
I'm very confused.
The mattress that used to be down there had a lot on it.
Anyway, that's delicious.
None of it was mine or yours.
Or the mellow corn.
Justin R says my friend and I are planning on the UK game and making an abbreviated Bourbon Trail trip. Wow, that sounds. Anything that says Bourbon Trail, I'm
Are
in.
you from Alabama? Justin?
Possibly.
Because if you are, you have to go to get to Lexington. You have to go up the literal Bourbon Trail. So
I think Justin's coming over from Guam, actually. He's just going to drive it. But he's going to give himself like 10 days.
I think that's a great idea.
That trip was suspended due to ocean, I think. Hey, did you hear about the atoll the other day that got hit by a rogue wave? It was like one of our military installations.
Yes,
Can
see
you
that
fucking
picture?
imagine how scary that would
Freaking
be?
scary as hell.
Like, run for high ground, and you go, there is
There's
no high ground.
ground.
You're like, well, we're fucked.
Get on a table.
You're 18 inches above sea level.
Like, what is that?
Well, that's better than the other 18.
That's what she said.
Hey, oh, we got to make a. Well, see, Mike says no, only double Oak Woodford. But Measure Zero,
Gotcha.
who threw out the idea, says no, that would work.
That would
So
work.
let's try that.
Ravine says it ends up tasting like Pappy.
Fuck it, let's do it, man. All right. Hey, the dude hit a full court shot the other day at an NBA game. No, it was a Louisville game. It was a Louisville basketball game. A guy hit a full court shot, a putt, and it was putting for Pappy. He got a 15-year Pappy out of that motherfucker.
Oh, that's
Nice.
cool.
The loudest the Yum Center's been since the Selena Gomez concert 3
Like,
years
no
ago. I'm telling you.
Solid.
All 10 people
doubt.
over there for the Louisville game. Sorry, Courtney, I don't mean to hurt your feelings. She's a Louisville fan.
No,
by the way.
I know Jay gets really butthurt because his parents are alumni, so.
My
His dad is.
dad
I'm
is a alumni.
sorry. His mama just got a paycheck from there for a minute.
She was a librarian.
Yes, exactly.
I told the girls at lunch a couple weeks ago that I was like, she was a librarian. Did you guys know that? And they were all just like, we don't care. They didn't say that. And then my mom's like, why did you tell them that? Why is that damning information? Like,
I don't know.
maybe back in the 70s being a librarian, 60s being a librarian.
Well, I'm
was
sure she
scandalous or
probably
something.
didn't tell. I mean, she was a homemaker for her life, like. So maybe you were.
Domestic engineer, Jesus. Can you be more insensitive?
She was a homemaker in the 70s, Jay.
Why don't you
That's
just
what
call
she
her like a
was.
house mom or something?
No.
Stay-at-home mom.
Okay, I don't know. Why are you being butthurt? about
Because,
this?
she did stuff.
Oh, here we go. Shut the fuck up.
I'm just messing with you. Is there a man I can talk to? Hey, are we going to go ahead and vote on this? Y'all ready to vote? Now, I want you to take into account, because this is 3 cents under budget. $34.97 with tax. I'm ready.
I'm ready to.
1, 2, 3. All right, we got a Tate's
Oh.
7-7 for Tate's Lucky
Ooh,
Sevens.
14. Oh, Becky gave us 7.
Cuz gave it a
I know
6.
that makes 21. And we got 27. So guess which one won?
Ofo.
Old Foe won.
Old Forster beats Old Granddad
Look
114.
at that. Look at that winner right there.
Congratulations,
winner.
Old
Good
Forester.
job. We're so proud of you.
George Garvin Brown.
Good job, buddy.
Well, how close was the vote?
27 and 29.
Okay, a 2-point margin.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And tie goes to Old Forster since it's older. So you need
There's
3.
not a tie, so
I'm just
that's
saying
a
it would have needed 3
completely
extra
moot
votes.
point.
Thanks, Courtney. That's great.
Hey, I'm not good at math, but I know that 29 is more than 27.
I'm about to lean over on you. a
No,
little
no more farting.
No,
Wait,
no,
are you
no.
going to do that?
bit. No.
Well, you have a story about
I
that.
do have a
Courtney.
story about farting. I don't know if you guys are well aware. I've got to get out the readers for this because
Oh my God.
there's some classic quotes.
You
in
guys got to
one,
hear
guys.
this one. I'm going to put you guys on mute for a minute just because I want Courtney to focus on this story. She
Okay.
absolutely. I heard it
I
before we even
started-
start.
Yes.
I was working upstairs. I heard when she's hanging out, she's right under me in the house. I literally heard you explode like laughter,
Just laughing so
and
hard
I could
at
tell
this.
you were almost weeping.
It was so funny, and maybe nobody else will find it this funny, but I just thought it was really hysterical. So I'm going
It's
to share
pretty-
it
it's
with y'all.
pretty- it's pretty
Y'all
funny.
may have already heard it, of course. An American Airlines plane was reportedly forced to return to the gate due to high wind. A disgruntled passenger's smelly farts. The big stink over the flatulent flyer unfolded while a recent flight from Phoenix to Austin was still on the ground. Now here's your quote, y'all. Before most people had boarded, I observed that this man was audibly disgruntled about something, perhaps hungover or a rough day. But as soon as he sat down, he was grumbling about something under his breath, like fucking hell or something else. After a majority of passengers had boarded, the man reportedly exclaimed, "You thought that was rude? Well, how about this smell?" and proceeded to pass gas. I don't know what provoked that comment. While kind of funny to overhear, it was uncalled for. especially coming from a grown man. But the excessively farting passenger's gross behavior did not end there.
Oh no.
The disgruntled passenger got on board the flight. And guess what? During his farting spree, forced the plane to return to the gate. The man who purposely farted on the plane moments ago decides to loudly and condescendingly say, yeah, everybody, let's just eat the smelliest food possible all at the same time. And if you don't like it, you can fly private. Fart man.
This guy's on the bunker, I promise you.
Fart man then says, y'all are so fucking rude. And then another passenger says, I think we'd all agree you're the rude one here. At this point, flight attendants intervened and told the aggressor, that's enough. And the plane was taken back to the gate. I think my favorite part of that is, if you don't like my farts, you can fly private.
Whatever happened to like chivalry around here, huh? Jeez.
Now, I'm not saying that, there have been times that everybody's on the plane. Your tummy may not feel the best, but you're not going to encourage yourself and then gloat about it. That was just too much, y'all. And I was crying. I was reading that. That was just way too funny.
I was flying back from the national championship game in Pasadena when Auburn played Florida State and lost at the end.
Yeah. Jay thought he was going to die.
Me and Hoke and my man Barrett and his wife all ate wings. I ate hot wings the night before.
Oh, God.
So we get on the plane and they close the door and I'm like, I'm going to have to shit. Like, I mean, there's a timer in my head and it's like at 3 minutes. And there's no way there's no way we're going to be able to taxi and get up to 10,000 feet before I'm going to have to let this rip. And I swear, I'm sitting there. I told Hoke, I said, dude, I'm going to shit my pants. And Hoke was like, please don't. And I was like,
Please don't.
it's not something I want to do. And I had come to grips with the fact that I was going to be that guy. I was going to be the guy who shit his pants. Because I got up a little bit and I was going to try to sneak in the bathroom. And the flight attendant was like, nope, sit down. Like, oh, shit. So I just sat there and thought about nuns. Which actually works to get rid of boners if you ever have to do that.
When I have to get rid of my boner, I'll
So I just sat in a chair and thought about nuns, and I was able to hold it until we got to 10,000 feet, and then I went back there and let it rip, and I'm sure those people were about to kick me off the fucking plane.
They're like, can we take this back to the gate?
But I was like,
Open the
I was
door.
like, I'm at peace with it now. Like whatever happens, happens. This has happened since.
Stop eating wings before you fly.
That was a bad choice. I don't do that now.
it wasn't a good choice.
I think about what I'm eating before.
You need
I
to
go
make
on
better
flights
choices, Jay.
Make good choices.
Chris W. says, headed to Lexington for the Kentucky game, going with, he's hitting the trail with C. Hagan.
Oh,
Chris Hagan, a friend of the show and an all-around stud. We love him. And, yeah, that sounds like a good time right there. I would definitely hit the trail with Chris myself. Well, and this Chris, too. We could have like a whole Chris trail thing. We were thinking about mixing those, Courtney, what Zero was thinking. So we take some of the 114 and mix it with this Woodford Reserve. Even though this is not exactly what Zero was advocating.
I mean,
we make do with what we got.
He said a 50-50 split there.
Wait, hold on. In our world, 50-50 can...
It means other things, but
be a
I'm just
dangerous
giving you a
proposition.
ratio.
it ain't this 50-50 right here, I'll tell you that. Okay.
Should I tell not with names?
No.
No, you should not.
Names
Sometimes there's quiet time,
Quiet time, Jay.
Chris, thoughts?
Sometimes there's quiet time.
Are we still muted?
No.
Quiet time, Jay.
This is not one I would go into on the show.
Well, you thought it was hilarious. You were there.
Yes.
Yes, I was there.
Would y'all like to try this concoction?
Quiet time, Jay.
No, I think it's a
No?
good story. I'll take
Want
it.
to try the concoction? Come get some of the
Did
concoction.
you 50-50 it?
I did 50-50.
No.
50-50.
It might
It
be in the
ain't
garden.
going in the pooper, though.
It might. It might go in the garden or it might go in the garbage
Jay.
dump. I wasn't gonna say names.
That's not the point.
It wasn't y'all, of course. But I think that story would go over great on the show.
I don't think so. Anyway.
Let's see. Kevin B says, I've only been to Keeneland once, placed a single bet, won a trifecta, and said, I'm out.
Oh, I don't blame you.
That's a great way to go right there.
Last time we were at Keeneland? No, not the last time. Time before that.
2 times ago, yeah.
2 times ago was when Maddie won.
Maddie saved our ass at the end.
Yes,
She
because we
pulled
were
like
broke
a
as hell.
$40 or $50 bet. I don't know how she did that. OTAG says, I guess there are worse things than connecting through the Atlanta airport. Yeah, going through the Charlotte airport.
Oh, it's awful.
Jay.
What had happened? Did you spill?
No, you're anti the Charlotte airport.
I hate the Charlotte
Yeah.
airport.
I have to go through both next month. So.
I'm sorry.
Cousin.
Ugh.
Hey.
That sounds
I
terrible.
thought- Becky, I was going to be like, take your mic off. I was just trying to. Mike B says, I'm just going to drink some Bardstown Origin White Label.
Solid choice.
Ooh,
That sounds
look at that.
good.
We got a little lamp going on here, huh? That sounds delicious, brother. I would like to have some of that. We have some, but I don't have a lot of it. I'm scared to drink it. I'm afraid we'll run out.
We have also both have the Bardstown Barrel Proof, which
Did we get a Beach Liquors?
beach liquor store pick.
Yeah.
That's very good
I
stuff.
still have that in the webbing.
Oh, that's right. The fancy outfit.
We got the outfit, yeah.
Hey, now this tastes pretty damn good.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah,
Can we vote on this? Well, no, that Woodford is over the price point.
that is true. It is definitely not a bottom
But do
shelfer.
you have to count the full price of the Woodford if it's only a blend? Or is it a partial
Yes,
price?
because you had to have purchased it to get it, right?
True.
So,
I still taste a lot more of the, even though it's 50-50 blend, I still taste more of the 114 on that. Still tastes cinnamony to me. Cinnamony.
cinnamon.
Let's see, Chris H., who I don't know who that is, he says, I do like black a little better.
The
Origin,
Bardstown Origin Black.
Origins
Oh, I
Black.
thought we were talking about
So-
Pam Grier versus Cheryl Teagues. I don't know what you were talking about.
But two
the
badasses.
the
but-
Origin Black is the wheated bourbon. It's a bottled in bond,
Yeah, that's a good
100 proof.
one. We had that one at Hell or High Water.
Yes, we did.
Yes.
We got to try both of those. That was very good.
Damn right it
I
was.
big fan of the Bardstown now that they've released their own juice. Very good stuff.
We need to get a hold of some of their discovery, which we have not gotten not in a
Yes.
while. I think the
Yes.
9 is the newest we found personally,
Yes.
right?
I was at the new store that I told you about off of 85, and their distributor was there, and he hadn't gotten any
Okay.
Disco 10 or 11 yet to put on the
Yeah,
shelves.
Gotta wait. Gotta be patient.
AU256 is Jay's. What's the best bottle you have on the shelf behind you?
Depends what you mean by best.
Yep.
You mean the one you like the
Parker's
best, one that
Heritage.
tastes the best, or the most coveted?
Is it just,
This is
just a shelf
probably-
of Jay, or what about
Me
Courtney's
and Chris
shelf?
probably like this one the best as far as taste.
That of what I've had to drink, that Parker's Heritage is my favorite bottle.
Parker's Heritage Double Barreled. So this is probably the best stuff that Heaven Hill has, and they double barrel it. It is so dark. I don't know, AU256, I don't know if I can appropriately show you how dark this is. Super, super dark. 132 proof, but when you drink it, it's hot, but it ain't like 132. You'd think that would be enough to blow a stack off your head.
Very flavorful.
Which year birthday bourbon is that?
This is a very tough one to find,
I don't
too.
even know.
So the 21 I liked a lot more.
This is a Old Forester 150th anniversary bottle that comes in its own little condom here.
Protective sheet.
Protective sheath. It keeps yeah.
keeps the product
And we haven't
safe.
opened this. I don't really know what to do with this.
We're gonna drink it
Someday. 120.
on our 150th anniversary. We've passed our 150th month.
This is one that I'm very happy to have. I've been asked to sell this several times, and I'm not doing it.
I'm not doing it.
Birthday bourbon. We have one.
Over here.
Over here.
There is a bottle of the Bardstown White over there too.
This is a good one too, bro. Little birthday bourbon.
Is that
20.
21 or the 22?
This is aged 12 years.
I think that's the 21.
I think this is 21.
The 22 had an orange label.
That's a pretty good one. A 12-year birthday bourbon is a pretty good one. I don't know what the retail on this bitch is. Maybe $700-800.
The what?
Retail.
secondary?
The
Oh, no,
secondary, yeah, retail was what?
150.
$169.99, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe $800 on the secondary for that. The 150 is probably, I don't know, 500 maybe. I also love this one, AU256. This is not necessarily expensive, but the Bardstown Pfeiffer Pavie. This one's open.
Well, looky there. I wonder why.
Hey.
This one's hard to find. It's not necessarily like super coveted. They just didn't make it very long. And Pfeiffer Pavie, I believe, is a wine. But this is not super winey the way the Prisoner was. This is a really good. Maybe we ought to have a little slug of that later. See if you like that.
Bardstown, I will say they do a lot of releases. They don't hold back on that.
No, they don't. They're They go after stuff. They're trying to come up with
The
some
early
stuff.
times bottle and bond is good.
Justin says early times and Evan Williams white label are better than this whole lineup IMO at the same price point. We tried the early times, assuming you're talking about the bottle and bond. That's the blue label with the orange letters. That was in our group, and we just didn't love it.
No, we did. It was number
It
4.
was number 4, but it was behind these.
Yeah.
And then Evan Williams white label. We didn't do white label, which is the bottle and bond, I believe. We tried
know,
the
we did the black
small
label.
batch, and we liked it. It just, I don't know, it wasn't quite the same for us. Let's see. Mike was referring to you, cuz said either it's very good, just looking for something a little sweeter. Kevin B says no more farting. Ha ha ha. T. Roy Tiger's in the house. What's up, bro?
Hey.
One of our legends down there. He also, Kevin B was wondering about your farter. I wonder what he chowed down on the terminal
Oh,
food
God. That would have been, I don't
Varsity.
know,
He
but
went to the varsity before he got on the plane.
Major Zero says nothing is worse than the Charlotte airport.
that is fact.
I always remember the call letters for that one because it's my mom's initials. CLT. Cassidy P says for 94 proof, I think that Bardstown White is good. We really liked pretty much everything in Bardstown except for the Prisoner we've liked. Mike B says Bardstown White Label is $38.99 here in Indiana.
Wow.
The bottle and bond is $29.
Damn.
Fuck.
Good deal.
We
We're
saw
jealous.
those at Columbus the other day, and they weren't that price.
No.
They weren't high, but they weren't
No,
that.
I think I paid $49 for a bottled and bond,
Cassidy
and I
P
was
knows
happy to
his
pay that, but I'm jealous now.
Cassidy Pieces UK Denim 1996 makers for sentimental value. That is
Nice.
absolutely
You are
true.
exactly right.
Yeah, this is now.
Yes.
If you're in Kentucky, this is probably worth, I don't know, $200 or $300. I waited in line back when I was a UK fan. Didn't have any journalism shit going on. Me and my grandma Tate, who's not even a drinker, we got in line and got these at the liquor barn after UK won the '96 national title.
championship.
Unopened. It's cracked though. It's cracked because I kept this in the freezer for a long time for reasons I don't understand why I did that.
Before we knew what we were
What to
supposed to
do.
do.
And it
with
cracked because of that, but it hasn't been opened. But anyway, that's really cool. We have 2 of these because I got mine and my grandma's, but I don't have any reason to open it.
You got to get it
Not like it was special bourbon or anything.
when UK wins the next national championship. We'll break it open, Jay.
It's gonna be a little while. He wants to bring AU256 wants to bring it to the Madison meetup.
Okay.
Some of these great bourbons.
Nice.
Where we have our meetups not in Madison, but we have them at the Nook in Huntsville.
Right.
Faith has an amazing array of bourbon.
Yeah, she does. It's really good.
Outside of SIP and maybe Bardstown Bourbon Company, that was the best array of bourbon I've ever seen. Like at retail, like to be
good.
drinking.
Very nice.
By the way, if you guys are in Huntsville at the Nook there, Faith, she is passionate about bourbon. She's got a whole sidebar there, and all she's got in there is bourbons. And we love Faith. Faith's just an absolute legend. T Park in the house. T Park. Sorry I missed the last few shows. I've been traveling for work and just landed. JGT B-ball drain sat. Absolutely,
yes,
brother.
definitely.
We got a game at 2:30 tip, Auburn at Mississippi State, and then we'll be draining after that. I probably would have drained last night, but I went into AFib Tuesday, and I just wasn't good, man.
He needed a little rest.
A little break.
We'll just
I
say.
can't sleep when I'm in AFib, and so I was up all night Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. I was up the whole time, so when it finally stopped, I just decided I was going to go back to sleep and stay asleep for a while. It takes me a couple of days to get reset on that, so.
So bottoms up on the bourbon.
T Park says also, look at this.
This is-
Why can't I super chat y'all?
Oh, we love that question.
Oh, that's a great question, T Park.
It's a
Thank you.
great question.
We have to be to 500 subscribers before we can take super
Yes.
chats. We're not monetized currently. So if you guys are not subscribed, then I strongly believe that pretty much everybody in this chat is fully subscribed to this channel. But if you're not, please subscribe. Click that subscribe button and be part of the Bourbon Blend family.
well, and also if you
Smash
have
that
a
like button.
old AOL account, you can subscribe
say.
as well.
If you have the opportunity to, make a couple of extra accounts,
We are at
go for it.
Courtney
How
would
many
know.
Gmail accounts can you make?
All
We're
of
like
them.
380 subscribers, I think.
380, yes.
And then we
need
got to get
500. We need 500.
500
500.
to monetize. So
Yes. But
that's
thank
where
you
we're
for
at.
that question.
Great question, T Park. T Park's a great.
We're not obviously here to rake any big money in. We're here having fun.
Yeah, we're just having fun. Courtney watched me do a bunch of shows in 18, 19. We did all the COVID shows, which we really kind of did together because she was helping me with them, even though she wasn't on the air. And she was like, hey, why don't we do a show together? And so this is what we came up with. And
We
she was
both like bourbon, so why not do it?
so that's kind of, it's a good family thing. And we also love our extended family,
That's
cousin
right.
Becky
Across the street.
from across the street,
Across the street
who are
family.
part of the show as well often. Let's see what else we got here. Kevin B says, how best to ship a bottle of bourbon as a gift in the continental U.S.?
You ship it directly to me.
Good answer.
I actually, a fair number of people will send me bourbon. They usually come in like this, it comes in a box with a bunch of peanuts in it, like, you know what I mean, styrofoam peanuts.
Yeah, you
And they
don't
have, like, a
actually
little-
walk in, but you don't actually walk into the UPS store and hand them
A bottle.
a bottle of liquor.
Oh.
You need to pack it
pre-
yourself
Yeah.
and pack it well,
Oh.
and then take it to the UPS store
Or know a person.
or wherever. Yeah.
My friend from California that sends me bottles periodically, he has it wrapped in like a big condom. It's like a puffy condom.
Right.
And then
Yes. Now you can buy the bottle sleeve. It's like that
Sleeve.
puffy sleeve that
it's
will.
a puffy sleeve.
Will
Bottle
go. Yeah.
condom. It's okay.
Yeah, it's a bottle condom. Yeah, we're definitely, yeah, that'd be cool. Let's see. Major Zero says, join my Discord and I will help you guys out.
Oh. Done.
I mean, I think so. What are we going to be talking about or typing about in your Discord? Because if it's about FIFA trading, I
Jay's
am
all up in
on
it.
fucking board, dude. I've only packed one team of the year so far. It was Xavi Icon. What did you think about Xavi Icon?
I don't know how much did that cost you.
Well, you can't buy them. You have,
Oh.
you have to pack them. My
I
man
don't know what that
Denton,
means.
my man Denton, who's a FIFA streamer or
Just let
FIFA
him
player that
do
I know
his
and like,
thing.
he has not gotten any team of the years yet, but he was able to get that Alex Morgan. I call her Mommy Morgan. And
You said Alex Morgan.
Mommy.
You piqued Chris's interest.
What?
Alex Morgan. You've piqued his interest.
Yeah. Well,
You know what she's doing these days?
She's playing soccer.
She's playing golf.
She is playing golf. I saw
And a
her
golf
in
skirt.
She was wearing a golf skirt.
Courtney,
'cause-
look.
I know, like both of them were like,
I was watching her swing.
Wow.
yeah, he
Is
wanted
that
to
what
make
the
sure
kid-
her swing
I
was
mi-
okay.
I
That's
miss
what
it.
the kids are calling it these days?
I missed out.
Wardam Steve says, I would love to see y'all do a collab video with Bruzel. Interestingly, Courtney has communicated
I
with
did
Bruzel.
communicate with him. Let's just say we didn't pique the interest. We'll just put it that way. But I think it's a fun idea.
You weren't trying to like collaborate with him. You were
No.
asking questions.
I was asking questions about. I was amazed at how quickly they went from like 0 to 100. I guess is the nice way to put
Bruzel
it.
does a great job.
It's amazing, and he has his personality is obviously what runs that channel, but he has a whole he has like a marketing team. He has employees now. That's how successful the
Yeah.
channel has become.
Bruzel is he does lots of he does beer and bourbon.
He
It's
mostly
mostly bourbon now.
Yeah,
He started out as beer too, but
yeah. He started out as beer. He's from the Auburn area.
Opelika.
Auburn area would
Opelika.
include Opelika.
Okay, fair enough.
He has a great channel. You should check it out. But he is definitely, he is a very vivacious personality, and he goes into stores and he'll just talk to anybody on camera about it.
Well, he's
and
got
which-
a camera person because it ain't like him doing this. Like you can tell.
At
it's-
first, it was him doing that, but now that he's very successful, it's somebody else helping him out.
Yeah, we respect Bruzel a lot. So
Definitely.
Yeah, for
I'm
sure.
impressed. Very impressed.
AU256 says going to take a little, but I'll make 120 Gmail accounts this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah!
I love it. That's my Madison Mafia
I
standing behind the honorary mayor of Madison
There
right
you go.
here.
Team,
I love 120.
Do you think I could be mayor of Hampstead someday?
Team Trash Panda, right there.
Right, the Trash Pandas are considered to be, well, Huntsville thinks they own them, but they're in Madison.
They are the Madison. Yeah.
So I call them the Madison Trash Pandas, but that gets some feathers ruffled in the bunker because they say that's not. I'm like, where's Toyota Field?
It's in Madison.
That's what I thought.
I do like this little 50-50 mix. It's pretty good.
Let's see, Major Zero says, I know Bruzel, and he is a machine and a great guy. Yeah, I mean, the fact that he answered Courtney, because Courtney has emailed a lot of people in the bourbon YouTube
I just
sphere.
wanted a little advice.
And most of them don't answer, but Bruzel did. And actually, one of the couple people that we like.
Yes,
answered
and there's
too.
another little couple. Yeah, a couple that does it together.
Yeah.
And it was very informative. Our 4-month hiatus probably didn't help with
No.
growth.
Well,
So-
at the end of the day, in addition to being a bourbon enthusiast and a loving husband, I do run a website that focuses on college football. So.
I understand that. That's where the money comes
you know
from.
that?
So
Did you know
the money is not
you
coming
know
from this side too much.
Wait, you do a great job.
I do work.
Mike B says Major Zero has a channel. I would love to subscribe to that channel. We're going to check that out when we're done here.
Yes, we are.
Write that down on the list of things we got to do. Is there a man I could talk to?
I love it. He's delegating to me.
I want to make sure
This
we don't
is
forget. that's all.
perfect.
Oh, there's my list.
This
of
is
the things to
perfect.
talk
This
about.
is
You
that.
see
I
this
see
one?
that.
Did you see where it was? Ow! God.
This is my notebook, not yours.
That actually isn't that bad far away.
Jay, their reading glasses genius.
Wow, you look great.
Oh my God, y'all.
I love this. Let's see. Major Zero says, I do what is called dumb hunt videos.
Major Zero, share with us what you do.
I've never, well, if he's called a dumb hunt, I don't know what a dumb hunt is, but I'm going to try to put two and two together. That's probably a bourbon hunt where you don't, where Bruzel's like, hey guys, what's going on? Blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
like he just kind of does like more like what we do.
Oh, okay.
Where he just shoots
gotcha.
it and then maybe he talks over it or he doesn't talk over it. I didn't know that, Major. Well, that's glad to see.
Thank you for sharing.
We're
We
kind of
love
like
a
brothers in
fellow
arms in a way.
bourbon enthusiast.
Definitely share and we'll subscribe.
Yes, I like
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
because there's not a lot of live shows.
Yep.
That's the thing. It's
That's because
definitely
live shows
different.
are hard to do.
They
Bourbon
are a little
Junkies
bit different.
they do a great live show though.
Everyone, yes. Well,
Bourbon
yes, but
Junkies
not
are my
all
guys.
of their stuff's live.
No. Most
All
it's
of our
not.
stuff is live. That's something that's
Yeah.
very different about what we do. And sometimes that's good and sometimes it's not so great.
Honestly, when you came up with this idea and I thought this is really stupid,
And that's sweet. Now that's when you know
It
you
was-
have an endearing
I
husband.
didn't watch Bourbon.
Break out that 150th anniversary for me.
I didn't watch Bourbon YouTube, and then I started watching Bourbon Junkies, and
Yes.
I really like those guys.
They're really good.
They are hilarious.
They're very good and they're funny.
And they make me feel like I'm part of their friend group, kind of.
Yes.
Yes. So.
Kind of like people feel
All right.
like.
Major Zero says he hunts every day.
Wow, that's
Holy
impressive.
shiz,
Man.
That's impressive. What do
Hey,
you-
cuz maybe we can get to that
What
someday.
area do you live in? I mean, I'm not asking for specifics, but
Cuz why don't we can we retire and just start hunting, bro?
Sounds good to me.
I started following
well,
this.
some people make their living at it.
Our friend Corey sent me a link the other day to a couple younger than us, maybe mid-30s, and their whole job is they get on YouTube and they do 3 videos a day where they listen to music they've never heard before and they just react to it. It's called the Robb Family Team. And
Interesting.
it's amazing. I started watching their videos. I probably watched 5 or 6 now. They do like ambrosia, bread, all kinds of like 70s and 80s music.
Mm-hmm.
It's great, man, to see the younger generation kind of vibe into some of that stuff. So yeah.
Interesting.
That is interesting.
Major Zero says lives are great because you don't have to edit. Now I'm talking. that sounds like somebody
Cheers.
who knows what they're talking
There we
about
go.
right
Yes.
there.
Cheers on that.
Not that I didn't believe you before. EU256 says, I know way too many unknowns, but give me a record for this upcoming football season as it stands today.
There will be some wins and some losses.
Okay, let's see. 6 and 7 last year, which is worse than I thought they would be. They still have Peyton Thorne. Upgraded big
Can
time.
they please find a boy that can throw the football?
Peyton can throw. He just can't throw necessarily
To
to his
the
own
person.
team.
I think that's kind of something that's important.
It's like the difference between a shooting guard and a making guard, right? Which we used to joke about Jeff Shepard, Reed Shepard's dad.
That's pretty good. I haven't heard that one.
Solid.
God, the number of times that we dog cussed Tony Delk. Oh my God, when he was early in his career. Major Zero says, I hunt in West Tennessee. I hunt, I don't buy every day.
Nice.
Are we talking Milledgeville? Are we talking Jackson? Are we talking
We
Martin?
said-
Don't be it into his business.
We said not specific.
Oh, my bad. Aubrey 92. What's up, Aubrey? How you doing, brother? 7 and 6. Well, so let's think about this. Let's think about this technically, okay? What did Auburn suck at last year? Okay. Wide receivers were complete dog shit. Like, Mississippi Valley State had better wide receivers than Auburn did last year, and Auburn stepped that up big time. So, fix that hole.
All 4 quarterbacks suck.
Peyton was okay-ish.
All 4 quarterbacks suck.
He was good sometimes, and he was dog shit sometimes, and most of the time he was average.
But he's too old to be that. He is too old and has had too much experience to be that way.
I think that's fair to say. They're going to probably add a quarterback in the next transfer window,
hope so.
portal window. They got a left tackle. I don't necessarily know that he's great, but they're going to play him from Mississippi State, Percy Lewis. Tailbacks are still really good. Defensive line, I got questions, particularly at tackle. I like linebacker. I think they're going to be okay in the defensive secondary. I'm going to say 8 wins next year,
Ooh.
which is a step forward for them considering they went, 6 and 7 last year?
You saw, speaking of age and experience, you saw KJ Jefferson has
Where the fuck did he go?
he transferred again. He is now at Western Kentucky. He will be a hilltopper.
Oh.
The bunker was going, how can Auburn not take KJ Jefferson? And I'm like, he's not good.
That's
And he went to
why.
Western.
So with the expanded SEC, 16 teams next year, 8-4 with that schedule would be a very good season in my opinion.
Well, I mean, I don't know about that. 8-4. I mean, Hugh Freeze's got a lot of pressure on him to win fucking games right fucking now.
I agree
It's
with
time
you.
for Auburn to stop sucking, man.
That is true.
Major Zero says also this may kill our new friendship. Go Gators. Listen,
Okay.
man. I don't
Gators
love
not that
Florida.
bad.
I don't love Florida. Nobody in this
okay.
room loves Florida. But I don't think anybody in this room hates Florida.
Right, exactly.
Because we can all agree
At least
Tennessee sucks
Tennessee
ass.
sucks balls.
that's right. At
And
least
Georgia,
not
too.
now. We don't hate Florida right now.
Exactly.
Right, we don't hate Florida right now.
Nope.
We like Billy Napier. I don't know if you like Billy Napier. But
I don't know
we
if the
do.
NCAA likes Billy Napier.
Hey.
The Gator bait thing is kind of cool when you're in the stadium.
Well, hold on. There's a lot of the Gator bait thing. I think had a racist background to it.
They still do it.
But the song's great. The little. I'm
I'm saying-
Gator bait.
Okay, Anyway,
Anyway,
moving
I'm
right
just saying.
along.
Aubrey 292, and I know Aubrey's behind me on this. He says, "Amen. Stop sucking." That's exactly right. It is time for Auburn to stop sucking.
Yes.
Auburn does not need to be shitty, and Alabama fans, and they're graduates, so they're 100% on board. The SEC is better when Auburn's solid, and Alabama's good. Alabama's been good for a while now, but when both of those teams are good, just like in basketball where they're both good right now, it's good for the SEC. These fan bases are fucking fired up, man.
And Major Zero says he hates Tennessee, so he has moved up multiple spots
yes.
on the list.
We all agree that Tennessee and Georgia suck ass, man. And a Florida fan, he's got to hate Florida, Georgia and Tennessee.
Yep.
Got to hate them. Tag says, I live down here and I hate Florida. AU256 says, Hank Brown about to take us all the way. Hank Brown is our true freshman, who played in the bowl game against Maryland's third team.
Yeah, and they're like, he's so good. Put him out there.
He looked good in the ball game.
He played against Maryland's third team, Chris.
Again,
That's like
repeat.
intramurals.
I repeat, he looked good in the ball
He didn't
game.
look good in the bowl game. I agree with you on that. Mike B
Didn't
says,
help.
Mike B says, my favorites are UG. My two favorites. Wait a minute. Is he trying to say he likes Georgia?
on purpose?
Oh, Mike.
Mike.
We might break up.
He says his two favorites are Georgia and whoever's playing Florida. Mike, why did you not declare
not
this when you
nice,
came
Mike.
in here, bro?
Mike, come on now.
Goodness gracious! Wow. I don't know how we don't like Georgia. The problem for me is that the guys who cover Georgia in my network over at
Are good
UGAsports.com, they're good guys, and I really like them, and I love that Georgia's been good because it helps them make money. So I love that part of it. But everything else about Georgia being good pisses me off. Let's see. Major Zero says the only thing keeping Alabama from falling into the ocean is that Tennessee sucks. Is that a geographic
Ouch.
joke?
Geographic joke.
Let's see. Kathy
Well, we don't
P
have an
says-
ocean near us, so how does that happen?
Well,
There are 54 miles of coastline in the state of
It is
Alabama,
not
Courtney.
an ocean.
you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of when they asked the people in, was it Vermont they were voting in the other day? Or New Hampshire?
New Hampshire.
New
New Hampshire. And they said, what's the most important thing to you? And they said immigration. Yeah, what are the Canadians coming in? Like, what the fuck are you worried about?
Bringing
They're
the
worried
cold
about
air
those
with them.
people
You
coming
guys
in
are
on those.
2,000 miles from the fucking Mexican border, and you're freaking out about immigration? Like, what? Somebody's playing a game with you. Oh, no, Mike says no. Did not know it was a question. Oh, okay. He's trying to say, who do you hate more, maybe? I don't know. We hate
Gotcha.
Georgia and Florida and Tennessee. They're awful.
Oh, he says he has to stick with them dogs, though. Mike,
Oh, he is
keep
a
that
Georgia
to yourself.
fan. He is a Georgia fan.
Keep it to yourself.
No, that's cool. We're all we're united in
Rip,
bourbon.
we do have to say rip to Uga.
Uga 10.
Uga 10.
That's sad.
It is sad, and he only made it like 10 years. I'm like, daggone.
11 years, but
Well, those English
That's-
bulldogs don't live all that long.
I
so
understand,
he did well.
but that's still pretty.
And he had a cushy life with air-conditioned dog houses, and he ate well. And
he had to perform.
Sometimes, Becky, the performance can decrease life expectancy.
what I've heard.
I used to go to football games before 2018, and I had great experience with Uga and Bully from MSU. I liked that the Butler Bulldog posted a picture of him and the UGA dog that died and said R.I.P. King.
Nice.
That was really nice.
Was that Uga the one that had an issue with Bevo?
I believe so, yes. Okay. Bevo's lucky he didn't get his ass beat.
I was going to say, Bevo
That's
had
right.
the issue with him. I think the Uga was chill. Bevo was the one stepping out.
When these newcomers, these Johnny-come-latelys roll in the league, right?
Can't step to Uga.
Can we add them to the teams we hate?
Yes.
UT number 2.
Yep.
I mean, because we don't like Texas, right? Fuck Texas. You guys like Sark? Boy, that's took too long.
That's a labored
Wait a minute,
answer.
Took too long.
I
Becky couldn't
appreciate Sark. I appreciate how well he has come through. I'm not a fan of Texas.
You appreciate his work ethic.
I appreciate his work ethic.
And then Oklahoma, I can't hate on Oklahoma. My friends are graduates of Oklahoma. I cheered for Oklahoma briefly. I lived in Oklahoma. Dude, Will and Matt are OU graduates. How the hell could I cheer against them? I put a booger on the 50-yard line at the old...
Of course you did.
I don't know
Did
if
you
I'd
fart
tell
there
people
too?
that.
Huh?
I wouldn't tell people that, Jay.
I just told them.
Did you fart there too?
Probably.
Okay.
Wait, Chris H? What's your problem, Chris H? Boo. That's because Mike B says, I do root for Auburn when they play Alabama. Appreciate the support. We got a 28 likes so far in this show, so we appreciate that for sure. And also, if you guys are not subscribers, please subscribe to the channel. Courtney's dying to have.
We have somebody who's committed to 120.
Right.
I think he was being facetious,
Oh, really?
but we appreciate it.
Darn, I truly believe that, Jay.
He said he was going to do it over the weekend. Check
That's
Monday
true.
morning.
I can't wait.
I'll tell you what,
If
people
we
in
get
Madison,
501, y'all, I'm going to be doing a happy
people in
dance.
Madison stand on
Business.
fucking business.
So
Absolutely. Stand on business. You know how you stand on business? We snitch on business.
You snitch on business.
You guys
for
watch
sure.
Drewski?
Hey,
on,
you didn't.
YouTube?
We forgot to talk about our field trip.
Oh, fuck yeah.
We
you're
did
right.
take a
Let me get
field
the
trip
photos
this
real
week.
quick.
We have a little favorite field trip place that we like to go.
We, as in all of us, went on a field trip the other day, and oh my God, what was this? That's not a field trip.
Stop!
That's
That is
Courtney.
not a field trip. That should be a field trip to the AA meeting the next day.
We went
Not
to
administrative assistant.
we went to the bottle shop in Columbus, Georgia. We're going to do a video on this next week.
Okay.
We just had so much content this week, we were going to skip it, but we're going to do a haul video from our trip to the bottle shop in Columbus, Georgia. But this is our haul. Chris and Becky got some stuff that's not pictured here. But we starting right to left because the right one is the one that you picked. James E. Pepper.
Yes.
You liked it because
It's a beautiful bottle.
you like the bottle.
Well, I mean, it also,
Short and stout.
it is, it's cute. It's cute.
We all-
You have too many tall bottles. We needed a short and stout to go in front of those bottles.
Oh, we just got a text from Stoltze on that one. How about that?
All right. We're not going to talk about breadsticks. Move along.
Okay, so James E. Actually, so when we got back from Columbus, the four of us went to Columbus to get these. We opened everything here except for the Eagle Rare, which
We
I
know
didn't
what
realize that
tastes
was
like.
my fourth bottle.
We got too much Eagle Rare.
I have
We
4
have
bottles
3?
of Eagle Rare now.
Yes.
Eagle Rare is a great choice to give to friends who don't drink bourbon because
True.
it's tasty and they also feel like they got something special.
Yeah, because it's something you can't find on a store shelf.
But really, it's just a $40 bottle of
Yeah.
solid bourbon. You know what I mean?
We've got 4 bottles in
As
the
well.
backup cabinet as well too. So
In the backup cabinet.
Yeah.
I love it. Chris really does have Chris and Becky have a very large backup
Yes.
cabinet. Barrel Foundation, which I don't even remember drinking, but I know I did.
Yes.
Solid.
solid.
That's good.
The Pinhook 8 was kind of
It was good.
I wasn't sure how I felt about that because Pinhook hasn't necessarily been great to me and Courtney.
No, the pinhook, you have to have a year statement on the pinhook. Do not pick up a bottle of pinhook without a year statement on it because it tastes like butthole.
Yeah, we had some. We
I mean,
tried the
it was
orange and
terrible.
we tried the orange and the hot pink, and they were
They were
horrible.
just terrible. I would not buy them. I don't even know that I don't know that I'd even mix with you guys, and that's saying a lot. But always pick up a pinhook that has an age statement on it, because this one was significantly better. It was very good. I like this one.
Is 0 bouncing out? Oh, 4:30 a.m. here. Oh,
We'll be
4:30
here.
a.m. We'll be here before you know it. I'm going to bed, guys. Reach out. Major Zero, we got you,
We
bro.
will. Thank
you for being here, brother.
Appreciate it.
What a legend. Absolute legend. Oh my gosh. R. Purdom. I bet this is one of Nick's friends. Hell no, no one in Northern Cincy ever has Eagle Rare, I wish. How about that?
No, it's hard to find on a typical shelf.
Hey, man, do you know Pipe? Because Pipe lives up in Northern Cincy, too, near Blue Ash. And he got Eagle Rare. If he's telling you he don't, he's holding out on you, bro.
Blue ash.
You need to get up there and get some of that. So the pinhook, like Courtney said, if it's got an age statement, I would give it a shot.
Give it a shot.
Now, this was a
It's
little
not
more...
cheap, though.
No, that cost me $100, I think.
It was 94.
Something like... Well, plus tags.
And this is 94.
Well, it was under budget. And then Eagle Rare, which we put upstairs. That's our fourth bottle.
Do you want some of this? Oh, you still got some.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Anybody want some more of this? See, this is a real top. Listen to this. That's a real top.
Man.
Y'all want
you-
some?
Well, I do like the Eagle Rare and the Buffalo Trace are
good.
kind of like, if you find them at regular price, go ahead and get it.
Yeah, might as well, because like from our neophytes, they
Yep.
love that stuff. Our friend Bill, he likes bourbon, but he doesn't know what he's doing really. I just give him Buffalo Trace, and he's happy as a lark.
you know, we had an international listener viewer that sent the picture of finding Buffalo Trace in Niger
Oh, Niger,
for $30 a bottle.
our international friend.
Yes,
Yes, that's interesting. Why don't I have that picture to put on the show?
I've sent it to you. I thought.
Oh,
I will
wish that
send
had
it
that.
again.
Next time we will add that on.
Oh, wow, look at this.
Oh, you like the pinhook orange? What had happened?
R. Purdom says, I
Oh,
don't actually, he
no.
doesn't know Pipe. I'm from Major's Discord.
Okay.
But nice to know
Okay.
someone is finding the damn bottles. Laugh.
Nice.
Dude, so Major Zero did mention that in the
Nice.
Discord.
Thank
again.
you.
I'm gonna
Very
jump in
nice.
here. I'm gonna jump in here then.
For sure.
Yeah,
Definitely.
for sure. I love that we're all supportive. The bourbon
Yes.
people are. I'm gonna go ahead and taste some of this Pfeiffer Pavie that we had. This is Bardstown Bourbon Company Pfeiffer
It's very
Pavie.
good.
This is gonna be like a winey. I thought the
Very
Becks
good.
might have jumped in on that, but cause
You're welcome to have some, guys, if you want it. It's right here. It's waiting for you.
Okay.
It's talking to you. It's saying
I hear it.
it's only $9.43.
oh, I really like that.
It's very smooth.
It's smooth and it's even all the way through. It's not like light on the
That's
front
true.
or heavy on the back. It's just straight on
That's
through.
true.
Let's see. Tag says Georgia's the only state I've regularly found Eagle Rare in. Yeah, when we go to our honey hole there in South
where we got
Atlanta.
this from.
All right, it's Larry's.
Larry's.
Larry's. When we go to Larry's there by the Tyler Perry Studios, they have Eagle Rare probably half the time we go. It's behind the counter, but you can just ask.
Absolutely.
And they charge, I think, $40 for it.
Well, that's where we got this Eagle Rare, was in Georgia.
And we bought this in Georgia. And I think it was
The-
$44.
And it was really funny because when we walked in the store, we go immediately to the bourbon aisle, and Elaine's like, "Hey!" from behind the register, "I got 2 bottles of Eagle Rare. Y'all interested?" And we're like,
Of course.
"Keep them
Like,
to the side,
put
thank
'em-
you.
go ahead and put 'em on the
we
side.
will come and collect."
Now, the brand new Bottoms Up is the name of the place that opened exit 41 on
Bottoms Up?
I-85. Brand new. They had Eagle Rare that
All right.
regularly out on
Nice.
the shelves.
Oh, what are they charging?
I remember not being shocked, so
Okay.
it must have been right around regular price. But
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
mean,
it's brand spanking new store.
We've seen it as low as 35 and maybe as high. Well, we've seen it high as hell, but we bought this, I think, at 40, 44, 42.
I think it may have been
Sounds
47.
about right.
Something
I think
like
she had it at like 47.
That wasn't too bad. And then Old Soul store pick. Listen, man. Old Soul, to me, not the regular Old Soul, but the store picks have been really good to us. The bottle shop ones and the ABC ones have been, well, for us, have been really good. So I'm behind them. And I have a relationship with Old Soul, or I did. For a long time, I did a podcast that they were sponsoring. I don't do that anymore, so I don't have to say anything nice about them, but I do because it's good bourbon. Their store picks are.
Definitely a store pick. The
Our
Old Soul
Purdom
is
says,
okay,
hold
but
up a sec. Who be this gentleman that is I'm Blue Ash and knows the honey hole? I need to know this person.
About Pipe.
Oh yeah, Pipe. I don't know if Pipe actually
He was
knows the
on
honey
here
hole.
earlier, but
Yeah, for real. Cincy Blitzboards, you might look back in the chat, Purdom. He lives, well, I don't want to say exactly where, but he lives near Blue
He's in
Ash.
yes, Cincinnati metro area.
And he sends us some of, me and Johnny, he sends like stuff he's found or whatever. And he doesn't really find like crazy stuff, but he's come across some Eagle Rare and some Buffalo Trace and shit. By the way, he spent a lot of great days.
Oh, in the Cincinnati area.
Out toward where, well, I don't know where he's at, but a little north of Blue Ash, like Mason. Well, we used to go to Kings Island.
The Beast is the best roller coaster in the world.
And, well, we like a lot of them there, right?
The Beast is the best roller coaster
Hey, man,
in the world.
part of I'll tell you this, bro. I was scared of roller coasters when I met her.
Not for long.
And she goaded me into
I call
it.
him big fucking pussy.
Yeah, that's exactly what she would say.
Get on this thing. What's going to happen to you? You're just going to die.
And
that's the only thing that's going to happen.
So I was like, all right. I don't want to be a
the
pussy,
vortex.
like she said. Yeah.
Oh, some good stuff, man.
They have a
good stuff.
new roller coaster where the vortex was.
The vortex.
I know.
good.
I know. It just got too old.
Back in the old days, I don't know how long he's lived in that area, but back in the old days, it was the Bat.
The Bat was
That was
there.
the Bat they shut down, though.
And then the King Cobra.
Oh, you're just outside Kings Island. Oh.
So he's out in Mason. Yeah, cool.
nice.
Cool.
Have a good tennis tournament out that direction.
Damn
too.
right they do.
Anyway.
We had some great. Remember we stayed at the Luxbury?
Yes, we stayed at the Luxbury. Citibank paid for that when we were in college.
They also had a Citibank paid for it, yeah. And they also have a tumbleweed up that way too.
They used to.
I don't know if they
do.
actually, I don't know if they currently have a
And they,
tumbleweed, but and pizza shittle.
Pizza shittle was there.
Tumbleweed.
Yes.
Tumbleweed.
Okay, but my question for this
Hold on.
gentleman.
Purdom,
I need to know.
He is eating at Pizza Tower. I
Have
guarantee
you
he's
eaten
eating
at
at
Pizza Tower? That was some delicious pizza. My question is, do you like your chili up there? I can't get into your chili.
The four-way?
I'm
No,
so sorry.
No, I like it though, dude.
The four-way
I don't
stuff?
like it.
Yeah.
Me and
don't
Courtney
like it.
triple dipped in Cincinnati one time. We ate at
Pizza Shittle.
Pizza Tower.
Pizza Tower.
We ate at Steak and Shake.
Steak and Shake, and that was when we found out the thing called a butter burger where they put butter all over the damn
They
burger.
closed
we
the
said sadly
tumbleweed.
closed Tumbleweed.
Oh.
Another one?
Oh, another one is right. Yeah, I can't
Oh,
keep
that's
them
sad,
open.
bro. That is really sad.
Sorry. Okay, we're not going to go to memory lane anymore.
We had some good times up there.
That's some
though,
good
Miss Courtney.
times. Cheers to that. We
Yeah,
were
hell yeah.
babies. We were some damn fetuses.
We were babies.
Look, we couldn't even drink liquor legal.
Legally.
Well, we've been on the air a while.
It's about that time, Jay.
Our part of him does say, listen about that chili. It is its own style.
I do not like it. I wanted to
enjoyed
like it so much. He likes sweet. He likes the cinnamon stuff.
Yeah, it's cinnamon. It's cinnamony. We
Sorry.
sat in the parking lot at Kings Island.
We did,
on
watching
July 4th
fireworks.
And watched the fireworks while we were eating Skyline
I
chili
was like,
one time.
and this tastes like shit. Like, I was so excited to get Skyline chili because I'd never had it. And I got it, and I was like, ugh. So we had to go to White Castle to make up for
to
it.
finish it off, to cleanse the palate. Cassidy P says, are you going with National Treasure and the Pegasus or fading him? I'm fading for Skippy Longstocking.
I like Skippy Longstocking.
I don't honestly know, bro. If it's a mile, I'm going to go with National Treasure on that because National Treasure was really good in the miles these last year. Cody's Wish, by the way. That kid died.
Cody's Wish. Oh, he did? I didn't know that.
Passed away not long after.
He died on his way home from that fucking race, man.
Well, he died a happy man. Happy boy.
Yeah. He looked asleep when he won the last race.
Jay.
Hey, no, he
I
was,
mean,
he
if
was
he's
awake
dying
before,
on the
man.
way
He was tired.
home,
He was
I mean-
tired.
He was preparing.
I felt weird, like they were kept interviewing, like they kept showing him and interviewing his dad, and like he had to get bored of that shit, right? Like another one.
Don't know that he really was aware of all that.
What does that
That's
mean?
okay.
What does that mean?
He didn't really participate in the interviews too much.
No, he didn't talk as much,
Okay.
maybe. But it was cool to like interview his dad. He was really cool. Cody's Wish is a great story. And when he won that Breeders' Cup race, if his name was Courtney's Wish or Jay's Wish, I think it gets overturned. But in that case, they didn't overturn it. I don't know,
Let it-
Cassidy P,
let
I
it
don't know if
ride.
you feel that way about it, brother.
Let
but
it ride.
that's kind of the way I felt about it anyway. The Derby, we did talk earlier about Derby picks. I mean, it's real early, but.
I haven't looked at any.
So I was giving you some of the names, and you were like, oh, that's creative. Oh, that's interesting, whatever. All right,
All
Kevin
right.
B's out. Says, thanks for the knowledge and tips. Cheers, y'all, and have a good night.
Cheers to you.
Kevin, legend. You want to wrap it up, Miss Courtney? Or you
About
good?
that time.
It's getting a bit. Chris, is it about that time?
It's about that time.
It is about that
Now,
time.
it's about that time to go for the rhythm and the run.
Well, thank you all for joining us tonight for the bottom shelf, where we end up getting an expensive bottle there. But our winner.
So that's our bottom shelf superstar.
It is.
So maybe next season we'll do another bottom shelf superstar, and then at the very end
They can go head to head.
they can go head to head. And Archie was mentioned earlier, Old Tub. We need to have Old Tub.
Yeah, Old Tub for sure.
Cassidy Pieces 100 Days Till Derby.
Oh,
It's almost that time. Let's
wow.
go.
It almost is.
Where's your transmitter?
It's right there.
I can't tell the story about 50-50.
No.
Well, we'll do it next time, guys.
No, we won't.
Hey, listen, if you're not subscribed to the Bourbon Blend, I would strongly suggest that you do that.
Create some new emails and join us.
AU256 says, Super Chat's coming next Thursday.
Yeah! I
Those
love
are-
the commitment.
Those are 5 words that really get Courtney going right there.
Yes.
And our Purdom says, for sure, subscribing to y'all. Love it.
Thank you. We appreciate
it.
it.
And I'm going to be in Zero's Discord for sure. There's no doubt
Well,
about it.
the other thing is, the thing I love about subscribing is you don't really have to pay attention to it if you end up not liking it.
Yeah, it's
You
cool.
just subscribe and then you move on.
Say, hey, I remember them.
Oh, yeah, I remember those
Wonder if they're
jokes.
doing anything. Aubrey says, nice work. Appreciate you, bro.
Thank you, guys.
Cassidy B says, be where your feet are. Courtney,
Oh, I agree. I
Courtney's a
100%
big fan of
agree.
that.
I am a big fan of that quote. Maybe not. Anyway, I appreciate the quote. It is very important to be where your feet are, because a lot of times we are not. And a lot of times we're this.
Carnell Williams said, my seat don't dictate my service. And that is exactly how I feel, too. So that's one that really hits me hard.
Interesting.
Raven says, like, share, and subscribe.
That's
Thank
right.
you, Raven.
Thank you.
In lieu of Power Man not being here to tell us that.
That's right.
We appreciate you doing that, too.
We do
Raven.
have dozens
What
on.
an absolute legend. So anyway, we guys are going to wrap it up there. I hope you guys have a great week. We'll see you next Thursday. Let's make great decisions out there, right? I always tell people to do that.
And cheers. Enjoy some bourbon. Night. It's time to go.
Oh, we got to go. Yeah.
Time to go.
All right, guys. Peace, love. See y'all. Bye.